Hello, all USN Tournament Series fans. If you've come here tonight, well, first of all, from one of the directors of ETS, thank you, thank you, thank you. But also, you came at a great time. We've got some show matches for you here tonight. It is a fun draw, a fun event here on the Sporty stream. Welcome everybody, it's me and Cobra Warrior here tonight to bring you some fun show match action. Cobra, it's always us two who get lumped together when it comes to these show matches, but hey, I'm not complaining, they're always fun to watch.
Yeah, I was about to say, listen, they're putting this duo together for a reason, and it's partially because both of us love and enjoy watching these kind of events. So, this one's gonna be a trip, man. This is absolutely incredible, and we have a little bit more of a direct role in this, so to speak. So I'm excited to see where this one goes.
Yeah, again, yeah, you are right about that, saying we have a bit of a direct role. Again, we'll take a look at that. I do have the page set up here. And this is what we're going to have. Again, we're going to start with an Orc Owner 3v3 best of 7. We'll move on to a crew battle best of 7 here with some of the players that are in this league still that are playing in that championship matchup. Again, we got some pretty big matches coming up. Again, all these are best of 7s tonight. We're going to start with the Org Owner Showdown. So, Cobra, again, it's a draw here. How it's going to work is we will do snake style. I know you like that as a resident snake yourself. That did not mean to be. That sounds really rude. That sounds really rude now. Did I say it like that?
I get where you're going with that. I get where you're going.
I just called Cobra. I just called you a snake by accident. I did not mean to say.
I'll let you get away with that.
I have to be careful with what I say now. But yeah, we have a snake style draft coming up. Here again, starting with this best of 7 show match. So, Cobra, since you are the guest, and since I have beat 50 on this before, I beat him in a crew battle matchup for the 135 1-year anniversary. I beat him in both those matches. They're both best of 5s. I'll let you, again, I'll let you, actually, you know what? I'll let you call. We'll do a heads or tails thing.
Ooh, okay. Gotta go heads. Gotta go heads.
Well, here's how it works. I'm gonna have the Google sheet up. So, 1 second. I am gonna actually have to replace this file, link. 1 second, everybody. You're gonna see a change. There you go. So there you go. Call it.
Heads.
It's tails. So that means I get to choose. I didn't really want that, but all right then. That means I'll get first pick. By the way, don't worry. On the second draft, you'll be able to have the pick that I don't let you have for this one. So go back to this best of 7. Again, I get to choose first pick who I want, and I think it's a pretty obvious choice who I'm picking. I'm gonna take first pick here because I really want Burger.
Yeah, that is exactly who the number 1 pick should be.
So I do want to win this, by the way. So
yeah, listen, absolutely highest ranked of the owners. So I cannot blame you there.
everybody in chat is saying it's rigged. It's not rigged. No, it's not rigged. Don't say that.
Guys,
don't say that. Cobra chose. It's not my fault.
Don't give up on me before, like, we have
hey,
a
50,
chance,
you're supposed to
guys.
side with me here, 50.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, you get the next 2 picks, Cobra, for the
so I'm looking through, and I am thinking I gotta go for some consistency, a little bit of everything. I gotta go Cody out of Ignition.
You chose the org that I am partnered with. Oh, that's mean. And you get second pick as well. So.
And then I am gonna go with Is Zaki here at the bottom?
Zaki is here.
The number 9. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Zaki as well. So Cody
again, you can see all the players there and the orgs are with. They are all here.
I feel pretty good about that.
I actually don't know Zaki. He's on the only org I don't really know about that. Well, Orem. I actually don't know how good Zaki is. Let me see, what rank is he? He's listed. He is listed as C3. Last season he was listed as okay. He's like a C3. Solid player. Solid choice.
I'm gonna go with that. And I kind of have in my mind who I want to go next, but it is your it's up to you.
That's a tough one. Let's see. I could go with the bold move here, but I don't know if I want to do that. There's a lot of really good players still left in the bracket.
Absolutely.
That's tough. You know what? I am gonna go with that bold pick. I'm gonna go and take the teammates here, Unknown and Rezi.
Oh, okay.
These guys have been teammates for a while. I'm hoping that will help them out here in this matchup because they're not the highest ranked players in this grouping. I do want to get that chemistry here. Chemistry really helps in this kind of a format.
Listen, I totally get it. That is a pretty strong pick here. That is leaving somebody on the board who I'm very excited to
I'm
have on
assuming you're
my
gonna get
team.
Thrifty next, right?
I it's funny you say that. I'm actually gonna go this. I'm gonna go because I get the next two, right?
Yeah, you get next two.
Well, yeah, I am gonna take Thrifty. I'm also gonna take Cinco as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because
West Coast Cinco, the
West Coast
Skyward
Cinco,
MVP.
man, one of my favorite players to watch. He
That means,
just
oh, I get Skillers. Oh,
makes
wait a
it
second.
happen.
Skillers unknown and Resi. That's interesting. They were all on the same work at one point. They were all on Astro. So
Yeah.
I'm just grouping all the Astro before and after players. That's interesting. Here as
That should be the name Astral before and after.
yeah, and Burger.
Hamburger, yep.
Wait a second, I cast for Team Wappa. This is totally unintentional. This is amazing. I just got all the that's interesting. Got the whole Astral
Right.
team, and then the one reference to Team Wappa that was totally unintentional. Here in this matchup, as we'll get this prediction up again. You guys got a good amount of minutes to choose who you think will take it, but yeah, these are the lineups here. I'm hoping the organizers are watching. If not, 50, I know you have access to that chat. Let us know. Let them know about the matchup. As here's our World Battle Showcase again. We will do the Coup Battle decision as soon as this series is over. How does that sound, Cobra? I think that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I think that sounds great.
Because again, I know a lot of people here want to see this because I know this matchup has been hyped up. Reminder: again, we have a Coup Battle later tonight, and well, this one is even higher ranked, even higher rated. There's a lot of really high level players on that grouping there. As that's gonna be insane. I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, it's truly a packed group of people, so that is a very good group as well to watch.
Yeah, again, I'm excited for it. Again, that's our teams here. Again, Sporty's team with Burger, Unknown, Rezi, Skillers, Cobra, Cody, Zaki, 50, and West Coast Cinco.
I feel pretty good about this. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is gonna be uh more competitive than we anticipated.
And again, the only rule I set for this matchup is that we have to, again, for both these matches, that we have to rotate rosters. Everybody has to play at least once. So
Oh, yeah,
don't worry.
absolutely.
Don't worry. Inside the first 4 games, you're going to see everybody play at least once. That's how this works. If they don't, I'll let them know. Boy, I'm a director, so I can be mean. I'll be mean to them if they don't do it, but I'm sure that these teams, since they don't really mind, will take this pretty chill. I know these players don't really mind. There's nothing on the line here. Again, this is a little pre-show tournament to remind you all that the Black Lotus Fall Open starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Cobra and I will be streaming all across the weekend tomorrow with the Ultimate Cup, and then 7 p.m. Eastern start time on Sunday for the Pinnacle Cup. So 2 cups, $75 prize pool only for the winners. We have 12 teams for Ultimate, 8 teams for Pinnacle. Winner takes all. It's gonna be exciting, Cobra. So many best of 7s to come up. I'm gonna be tired, but man, it will be worth it to watch some incredible gameplay. It's been a long, hard-fought season for so many teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And multiple best of 7s, over a weekend. I feel like it's really just getting to sit down every night and be able to cast commentate and for the fans to be able to watch Rocket League. I think it's going to be a really good showcase of a culmination of what these players have been able to accomplish. So very excited to see the final bits of it.
Yeah, again, I'm excited for it too. Again, we're right on time here. As soon as we know that everybody's in the lobby, we're waiting on everybody to join. But as soon as everybody joins here for the org owners, again, we can definitely fill up this lobby to 10 people. I'm hoping we can get all 10 people in here. Again, we don't have a problem with having everybody in. As yeah, I know they're figuring out voice calls. My team can go to VC1. Cobra's can go to VC2. Cobra, if you want to, we can actually add our. I guess we can add our logos here to this to those teams if you have your own logo.
Yeah, hold on.
Because the one I got before was your Twitch logo, and that's too small. That doesn't show up very well.
Yeah, let me see if I can, because I know I just sent it to Thrifty. Let me see. Right.
Oh, you sent it to Thrifty before you sent it to me. That's interesting.
Well, I mean, he did ask for it like not too long ago, so
I'm flaming Cobra, but even before the match starts,
send it to him specifically, but gotta go in the folder, find the thing, all that wonderful stuff.
Well, again, I want to make sure we can add it because that would be nice. It'll look nice. Again, we're not really on too strict of a time schedule, so that's why you can kind of see us taking our time here.
Yeah, I mean, this is
casual. These are best of 7s, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty casual. We're not on any rush. I don't think there's anybody that is on any rush that I know of.
I hope not. This is be
far
too
not.
late. Far too late for that kind of call here.
Yeah, again, let me Go. I'll update the teams. There we go. Look, there's our logos. Oh, you sent me the smaller one. You sent me your smaller logo.
That's the small one?
Because that's the one for your Twitch. That's the smaller one. As
how
yeah.
much smaller is it? Hold on, let me take a look.
Look at the stream. Look at how much smaller that is. That is noticeably smaller.
Lord.
That is
Why is it so small?
ironic because you're definitely bigger than I am.
That is hilarious. Yeah, what? I don't know if I have a bigger one available. That's not
It
animated,
might.
that wouldn't just
Well,
mess up the thing.
that's interesting because it's based on file size. If you're wondering, to get those in. So
Interesting.
it's based. This is interesting. I guess we'll have to deal with that logo instead.
Yeah, I think. I think that
works.
might.
It works. It's good enough.
Yeah, I think that's as good as it's gonna get.
Again, we are currently waiting. We're waiting on one more org owner to join Cobra. Before, if you're not looking at the lobby, take a guess on what org owner it is. You'll be surprised. Who hasn't joined yet?
Is it Thrifty?
Yes, 50. 50 hasn't joined yet. The dude who has created this event in the first place is having troubles joining. This guy.
Ah, gotta love it.
50. If you push this match back, Miter, that pushes the next match back as well. So you're doing this to yourself, 50.
I mean, that is. It just perfect.
50 forgot his password. Oh my goodness.
Forgot his
Oh
password.
no. Oh
do you mean
dear.
his
50. We can't. You know what? 50. Here's how this will work: is if you keep trying, we'll have the. What, you're on Cobras, right? I feel so bad for you, Cobra.
Listen. That means Wesco Cinco is stepping in. That's not bad. I'm not necessarily upset about that.
Well, I guess we'll have to deal again. 50. If you can join in, please do so. We'll have you play as soon as you can. We'll have these guys playing instead for 50.
Funny.
Of course, we can't have an event like this without having someone have a last-second issue. Always happens in these tournaments. And we'll get into this best of sevens all night long here for ATS, the Ascent Tournament Series. It's me, it's Cobra, it's Rocket League, and we've got some fun action for you, Cobra. The fact that 50 isn't available might actually make this better for you guys, because that means you don't have to worry about changing your roster so often.
Yeah, maybe they could build a little bit of team camaraderie, which I do think is going to be one of those things needed here. That is a shot at least going to be on target here. Zaki looking to get a strong attack going here for my side, and this is really the player that you got to keep off the ball, Burger. I mean, any extra bit of space, I'm sure is going to be a danger. So it's going to have to be something, and I think with this team, maybe they'll be able to formulate a little bit of a plan of how to approach this, really.
Yeah, we'll see. As usually as casters are supposed to be unbiased.
Yep.
Not this series.
Absolutely.
Not these series. Not these series.
Yeah, not these series. Like, it is one of those things where now we're going to be hoping that certain shots go in, hoping that the save is made. I'll try to make sure I give a little bit of love when it is appropriate. A little bit of love right there for, I have a feeling we're going to be calling his name a lot. Juicy Burger here, middle of the field. Good shot to the near post.
And there we go. It's 1 goal for Burger. 1 goal for my team. I'm making sure I keep my excitement down, because whenever I get excited, that's when bad things happen. So, I'm too used to the fact that I could curse this team at any moment. And I almost did. Wesco almost scored. Goodness, that was close. As here comes Zaki. Again, didn't really know a lot about Zaki coming in, but look at this. Getting involved. He's also playing in a Dominus, which must appreciate that as... Oh, dear, Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody, you would think being the highest rated player on this lobby, on his team, Cody would know better than to commit to that, but I think he's just too used to the fact that he can do that on Ignition. This is not Ignition, Cody. This is a whole different roster.
Listen, there are going to be some, when I was kind of theory crafting this roster, I did kind of have a feeling that there would be some offensive, overcommits here, but they want to get up, they want to get after it, and that leaves them maybe a little bit defenseless on the back end. We'll take it, but we're looking for goals here, and we don't mind making this a shootout, guys. So just keep it tidy.
I'd love to see more goals going in. Only 2 so far. There's going to be a lot of stress on Cody. He's one of the higher rated players on this team. Ooh, that one missed by Wesco, but it won't go in. Bobo is a little bit shaky on this back end, but that's a good pass out from Zaki. Almost got the shot on Burger. Wesco. kind of you kind of mentioned him as like the ace for this team.
Yeah.
You're gonna be again. You kind of hyped him up before this series. I could see why. Again, he was the 2v2 challenge MVP last season for Skyward Series in season 1. And I believe they also won that season. Oh, there's Wesco himself. There's that MVP striking the bottom left corner. Cobra, your team's gone on the board.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a player that has the intangibles, right? It's just getting into the right spot at the right time. Has the mechanics, is able to bring it out, depending on the skill level that we're talking about here. But, I mean, really just has that nose for goal. Maybe another opportunity here. Zach, he just can't get on the other side of it, but these balls are finding ways to that central line, so they are going to get opportunities. It's just whether they can execute and whether they're able to get back on the defensive side if it doesn't work out.
That's all it's going to be about, is kind of a commit here. You cannot commit too heavily here, especially if you're Cody, because he's a natural born last player back, especially if you've seen him in the Blackline Championship Series. He likes to sit back. He facilitates that play rather than actually try to really be the striker for it. And even on the Skyward Series team, or I guess the secondary roster, it's weird because he's on 2 teams. They're both named Ignition. They both play in different leagues. There's a Blackline roster. There's a Skyward Series roster. I was going to say Evo Champs roster, but actually they both play in Evo Champs for different divisions. I know, it's very confusing, but he is on 2 different teams, and on both of them, he does have that kind of role where he can facilitate the play. Even back when I first met Cody, which was when he was on, what was it called again? He was on Team... Oh, it wasn't that. What was it called? It was Team Sindoink, I believe is what it was called.
Right, got it.
That team, the Fox and everything. That right team, right? I think that was the old team, yeah.
No,
it was Moonrise, not Team Sindoink. He played against Sindoink. He was on Moonrise Gaming, was the first time I saw him, as well as Prestige Worldwide. He always likes to he sits back a lot further. It's going to be a huge thing. He just needs to make sure he holds himself, because he's got the offensive weapons on this team to do the thing he needs them to do. He just needs to be able to allow them to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like you have a lot of players that really like to see the field, kind of some of these cerebral players that really like to get a feel for the game, that are, do have a tendency to be able to sit back, allow teammates to kind of do what they do, whether it's, creating some opportunities, whether it's going after the opposition. And Cody's just one of those players, wanting to kind of sit back, get a feel for the game, figure out their best place and the way to be the most efficient on the field. And I think that's really when they're in their bag, is when they feel comfortable, they feel like they're getting the most bang for their buck here, as a shot right off the wall. Wesco will send that away, but it is kind of on the center line. Still a little bit of danger here, as Skiller is not going to give up on this one.
Oh, Zaki didn't really get that one there. Cody will dribble it as 20 seconds left. It's going to get a little scary. That's a good challenge, but Juicyberg has played exceptional defense so far. It must feel very weird for Juicy, because he is like GC3. Everybody else is like at high champ, maybe grand champ if you're talking about like Thrifty or Cody. And then here comes Juicy at like GC3, a whole different rank set. And it's a very weird experience, but he's made a lot happen from it. As he'll let it hit the ground. That's game 1. Let's go, team. Let's go. That's game 1. We're going into game 2, Cobra. I'd be a little nervous if I was you.
Listen, I'm not nervous at all. I believe in it, because really, let's think about it. It's a couple early goals, and then past that, a very even, second half of Rocket League. So now, the man, the myth, the legend, Thrifty is joining in. I'm not going to dictate who goes in. I'm sure I'm going to lead that to the players and how they feel. But after a little bit of kind of getting used to the pace and getting used to having someone that's a little bit higher ranked in the lobby, past that, no goals. Only 2 goals there for Juicyberg. I feel pretty good about that. Not gonna lie.
By the way, Cobra, I think your mic's a little staticky.
Okay.
Well, wait, are you the caster that has had the issue with the static mic?
Yes, this is a me issue that happens anytime I have too many things open and I have Video Ninja up. Is it still staticky right now?
A little bit, not that bad. It just happens every now and again. As here comes 50, I'm not surprised 50's in. As here we go, Rizzy coming in. I'm surprised we haven't had Rizzy and Unknown on the same team. Instead, it's going to be Rizzy subbing in, it's going to be 50 subbing in. Going into game 2, again, the rosters are going to change continuously here. That will happen as well in the crew battle matchup. Teams are going to have to change their rosters a little bit as well. This is going to be an interesting series, because, the fact that these teams are changing, the fact that also 50's here, It'd definitely be a pretty big deal, although not a great start. A lot of demos in the midfield. It will stay back. Rezi. One thing that's going to be interesting about Rezi is the fact that, again, he's also quite defensive. Him and Juicyberg sit back pretty far. It's actually a very defensive roster that my team's put out here. Skillers himself is also pretty passive. Oh, he's not there to save that one. Nobody was back. Thrifty's got goal 1.
Yeah, right now I feel like we kind of built in opposite directions. I think, I mean, you went for, some passive players, and I think my team tends towards the more aggressive, players that are going to take chances down the field. Big swings, possibility for big misses here, and there's going to be a little bit more consistency here for the team in blue. But, I've been known to be a gambling man every so often, so it's a roster that is definitely up to stuff here. Wesco looking for a little bit of space here. Cody downfield. Can they find something central? No one actually take that final opportunity. Thrifty here. Challenge. Wesco, can you turn? No, actually get bumped out of the way. But a good little bit of control here for the team in orange.
And I'm noticing a lot of harassment here against Juicyberg. I don't think we need to really state why he's the target here for the team in orange, but just know that, yeah, he's getting a lot of movement, as that's a good shot from Rezi. 50! And because he's another director, I can say this to him. What in the world were you doing, 50? What was this, 50? He's caught doing nothing. Come on, 50.
Yeah, I mean, Skillers, that is a really
I can't
good
be mean to 50. I feel mean that I'm just saying it like that.
It feels a little bad, right?
I'm too nice.
It feels a little bad.
I'm too nice. No, I'm just too nice. I can't do that.
Yeah, well, when the time calls for it, oh my goodness, Thrifty almost getting it back, so close. Try it again, good sir, but, for my org owner, I mean, I'm gonna let Skillers hear it if he does anything too crazy. Luckily there, good touch from him.
Ironically, we have to do it against our own orgs, because you have to go against Swordfish, and I have 100x and Ignition on your side, so we gotta root against our own orgs for this matchup. I just noticed like just how ironic that is.
Yeah, it's like we can have bias, but against what we would normally have our bias for.
This is very strange. For the first time ever, I'm hoping 100x and Ignition don't play well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is an awkward spot, and as a caster, I feel like both of us, as casters, do pretty well trying to ride that line of being unbiased. But Wesco Cinco, when he has shots like that, you cannot help it. Look at that man go.
Wesco Cinco in the air. Wesco Cinco in the goal. Your team is in the lead again, Cobra. And again, the defense is definitely not looking great here. I'm a little worried because the thing about Juicyberg is he's a really solid GC3, but he doesn't like to play aggressively. And you can notice that he's on a team here with other defensive players. He's still not pushing up all that high. And it's really, ironically, I think it's Rezi, who's the most aggressive player on the roster right now for my team. He does have an offensive tendency. Sometimes that's a good touch. Thrifty's got the block. Skillers looking for Rezi. Rezi's overshot that one. He will get back to it. Flick past Cody. Thrifty. Oh my goodness, Skillers. Oh my goodness, Skillers. Went for that free jump. Almost got it. Would have been insane if we had Skillers hit that one. But it will still be cleared away here as just so much pressure. What a bump there. Will be cleared away again. 2 minutes left, Cobra. This game is only led by 1 goal, but I will say, I will have to give credit. I mean, you do have Thrifty and Cody on the same team, which in itself is already a pretty good chance for you guys to win. But, like, the defense has been insane, and the offensive pressure has been a lot better.
Yeah, and I think this is the kind of group that feel a lot more comfortable if they're taking shots on the net. Somehow that one goes in.
Skillers isn't going to want to watch this. Skillers doesn't want to watch that again. he just absolutely destroyed Rezi on that save. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, I think that gets a little bit more pace on it if it's not hit by the underside of the car. But, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, and Cody looking to crumble the defense, and that will be back-to-back misses here by the owner of Swordfish, and yeah, that one's just a pass on by there.
I have no comment, no comments, just no comments. What happened there from Skillers? I hope he lagged, or at least I hope he says he lagged. That is strange. I know Skillers pretty well. I know he doesn't play in the stream all that much anymore since he's like the emergency sub for Swordfish Bebop. But that is if I know he plays 2s a lot. Even in 2s, I don't think he usually does that. Oh
Yeah, I
dear.
think there's plausible deniability for some technical mishap
Oh my goodness.
there. Oh,
Wait a second.
boy,
Wait a
guys,
second.
wait, hold on.
Wait,
What happened here? Speaking of technical mishap, I mean, good challenge.
Wait.
Wesco just didn't get enough of that. That one's wild, because that one feels like top of the car should. I mean, but the redirect. I mean, you can't give the goals away for free, and that one, the team in blue. Berg, you don't want to give him multiple goals, especially shots like that. The follow-up, Rixie. Oh my goodness, Skillers puts it in, and all of a sudden, a 3-goal lead turns to only 1, and now we're worried here.
What is this game? I knew putting a bunch of Orgoners together would be chaos, but I didn't think it would be this quick for us to see the chaos. This has been an interesting series, to say the very least. I don't know what to say about this series, except I'm happy that we're watching it. Oh, what a dunk from 50, my goodness. Wesco, that one. Oh, Skillers didn't jump for that one. Skillers is really having a lot of difficulties on defense. He's gonna be happy that one wasn't on target. Oh, now he's committed. Resi, miss off the back wall. Here comes in from 50. That's the goal. A 2-goal lead reinstated. And roll. Both Resi and Skillers have their experience in 2s. Cody has had more. He's also in the All-Star division. And well, that is a huge play for him against the All-Star and Challenger defenders.
Yeah, I
so
think
so many Scout Series references. Just noticing.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of that. I feel like.
Wait, even Juicy's even Burgers is a 2v2 player.
As players and as owners, they know each other quite well. So I feel like there's a lot of seeing each other in multiple leagues, seeing each other in different events, kind of like this one. I feel like this is kind of the first of its kind where I think we're seeing a lot of strings of this, especially orgs of this level, really getting together and creating really interesting events like this. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that. And what a shot. It does go away, and my heart does skip a beat. It's going to skip another one here. Skillers are down. Cody deflects it away just enough. Wesco may need a little bit of help. He's going to need something here. Has to avoid the chip. The shot. Berg will get it through.
A late game resurgence here for my team. But is it too late? 16 seconds to get one more goal. I believe. I hope you all believe too. I want to see this overtime.
All those in favor say aye. All those against say nay. Nay. Do not want to.
I thought you were a snake, not a horse.
Here. Yeah, I mean maybe.
He's a shape-shifting snake. That's what it is.
Sneaky, conniving Cobra here, but they're gonna put that one to the ground, and that is smart. Game sense there from the team in orange. Gotta love it, and that is the kind of scoring that I'm expecting, and this is the kind of game that I think works in the script. 5-4, offense, and some shady defense on both sides.
Yeah, we love to see that. Again, the teams are gonna change again. Cobra, I hate to say that might have been your strongest roster on paper. I mean, they definitely proved to be a strong roster.
I definitely agree, and I definitely feel like there was a lot of the gears started to work a little bit. I do think Zaki can take a spot here as well and find their rhythm in this one. So I'm excited to see who exactly we're gonna get in this one. I believe.
Well, it's unknown Resi Skillers on my side, so we got the two players finally playing with each other, the Astral United players. I haven't seen them in a little bit, but hey, we finally get them. Here we go. Let's move into Game 3. Cobra, this series could be really interesting, really close, and honestly, I think that's what we wanted. That's what we expected. That's what we want. That's what we're going to get to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are automatically, it's going to be a slightly extended series. How slight, we do not know. But as of right now, backboard a little bit dangerous here. The shot, it will be slightly wide. But, I mean, the squad that you have assembled, they do not seem like one that's going to go down without a response here. And they're trying to get this
Cobra,
as early as possible.
Cobra, they're not going to go down, period.
Yeah. Well, that is yet to be seen. I think they're going to give a good fight and give it up in 6, is my guess.
If it does end in 6, I don't know what to say. That's a great redirect from Resi. Oh, what a shot there, Unknown, blocked by Zaki. And Zaki's going to be happy that he goes for that, because Unknown, if there's anything Unknown's known for, and him and Resi together, they're known for having really good shooting. If Unknown gets his shooting on par, he can shoot about as well as like a high Grand Champ player. So I'd be very worried if Unknown starts to get his shooting in his favor here.
Yeah, Unknown is kind of one of those players that you really have to avoid getting them in their spot. Z, can you get it? Can you get the back forward read? The double tap, and Zaki has a ride in game number 3.
Why not go for it after that one? Zaki in the back of the nets. What a shot. Off the 50 too. We got bumped, it seems, into that one. That was an impressive shot from Zaki, the owner, again, the owner of Esports. So again, a big goal there for your team, Cobra. Now I'm starting to get a little bit worried because when if Zaki's shooting as well, I'm a little worried about the aggression. I'm a little bit worried. You can't help but feel worried as a manager. Especially since I'm voting against 50 wins. He'll not let me forget about it anytime soon.
Yeah, this kind of is a best case scenario because we both have to go back to our respective org owners, and I would like to go back and say, hey, I did not pick you, but at least I won. A little bit of that. So we are kind of going back, and we're gonna have to go to our respective org owners and be like, hey, either sorry or like I knew better,
I made a mistake, and I regret it. I am deeply apologized for my unprecedented actions. I knew there was better options, and I still didn't go with it.
Right.
That kind of apology. I'll have to make a twit longer soon enough for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
afterwards,
there'll be a twit longer from one of us.
You know what? Here, we'll put this on the line. Anytime, whoever loses the series, Cobra, let's do this together. Whoever loses the series has to tweet out something embarrassing. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that. We both have Twitter/X accounts. So the other person gets to choose what they want to tweet.
Okay, hold on. How about this? Because the tweet is interesting. I will say that we both represent multiple orgs here. That one is gonna get on by Rizzy. We'll put that one in. What it has to do something with the org. So let's say I have to rep your orgs.
Well, again, I will choose what you'll tweet. How about that? We'll just choose what you tweet. But if you want it to be org related, go for it. I might actually make it org related too, because that'll be fun.
Yeah, I was about to say, I might have to switch up the colors from the nice blue and yellow, to
yeah, you'll have to go with the Actually, I don't know what you're going with that. Probably Actually, no, it would probably just stay blue and yellow or something like that. Who knows? Yeah. We'll find out afterwards. Again, it depends who loses. Yeah. Now there's something really on the line here for us. We're the only ones who can lose here, not these players.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And the funny thing is, I don't think they know yet. They probably are going to know very soon. Midway through the series, they'll know it's on the line. And that's going to make them play even stronger. But they don't know yet. As soon as they do, though, we're going to see, I think, a shift in the actual gameplay. They're really... we might even see some players like... Because, again, there's some players who are on each other's orgs here. We might see some players here... We'll see what these players do here, because who knows, maybe we'll see some collusion here between these teams. That'll be interesting to see one of us lose. That'll be great.
All of a sudden, it turns into a big old game of Mafia and try to figure out which player on each team is slightly
instead of subbing off just one player, because
it.
I feel like it's gonna be subbing off whoever just felt like they were throwing the most. Let's get back into it. About 60 seconds left here. Tied 1-1. Go. It's been a pretty stalemated game. I'll be very honest. I did not expect that. I was thinking your team was going to destroy on the aggression here, but obviously, I believed in Resi and Unknown. I believe in them even more now.
Yeah, honestly, I think that your squad has had some really good opportunities here at the net. The defense has been pretty stellar, but now they're going to have to get through it here. This should be a shot, but Skillers can't quite catch up to it. Didn't have enough boost in the tank, and it will now be stuck on the orange side. Have to be careful in these moments not to let one opportunity turn into 2 or 3 on the defensive side.
That one will be a hit to the midfield. Skillers. Oh, that's a great dunk from Zaki. Looking for the second touch. Resi! Oh, he almost on goal, but it will go off the post. And I think Cody got bumped as well. Oh, that's not going to make things good. He definitely got bumped there, though. We can agree on that. Unknown. Stopped by Zaki. I do not like how well Zaki's playing. Oh, dear, what a dribble. What block. Resi's just denied him again. Resi. He doesn't have any boost. Zaki doesn't have it there. Resi, 50. Not on target. Here comes Cody. To end it. Oh, he's hit the ground. Oh, no, Cody. Oh, dear. The captain for Ignition. And, being one of the guys here who actually isn't technically an org owner, that is not what you want to do here to try to impress the elites of your team.
Yeah, I mean, really close opportunity here. snap fire shots. Skillers wants to get out, but actually caught by a defending player. Now Cody off the top. Thrifty is there, waiting for an awkward touch, or maybe just a little bit too close. Z has to, kind of pick their moment, picks a little bit too soon, and right now it's a very shaky overtime here, and really any kind of momentum shifting here.
Oh,
unknown double. Oh my goodness, it is shaky on all sides, and luckily a clearance there.
The one thing I can say is there's definitely consistency on my side. I would be a little more worried if I was you, Cobra, because I think your team has the ability to whiff a little more often. Not to say that
absolutely.
Not to say that they also don't have the ability to pop off. I think they have the pop-off ability as well. It's a good pass. Cody. Unknown, he dunked! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No! I made the bet in this game thinking, oh, my team's keeping it really close. I'm actually really nervous now. That's a great dunk from Cody. I can't believe he got that.
That is, really just following up on that play, and that is, that really is somebody that just, without any abandon in their heart, they're wanting that goal. Sometimes you'll have somebody that's like, all right, I don't really have enough for that, so they'll trail off, they'll rotate out. Not this team. They go for goal. Absolutely. Out of shots as well, Cody. 5 shots leading the lobby there. And again, very close here, but it's going to be those kind of moments, and I think the it factor right now on this orange squad.
Well, I know one thing's definitely going to be happening. Juicy Berry is going to be subbing in, so yeah, and we'll see if my team without Juicy Berry is keeping it that close. I'm actually pretty confident if Juicy Berry can continue to play well. One thing I need to see is that aggression. There he goes, he's in, and it is with Resident Unknown. I actually really like this lineup, because Resident Unknown are both aggressive players, Juicy Berg's more defensive. As long as Resident Unknown are willing to play more aggressively, I could see this roster really working.
Yeah, I think this could go a lot of different ways, and not many of them good. But we'll see. West Coast
they're going to be amazing.
Back in here. But yeah, I think this is probably the game where, the folks on the blue side is like, why don't we control a little bit more of the space? Why don't we get a little bit aggressive if possible? And I think the counterattacks are going to be just a little bit more refined here for this squad. They're going to get out in front. They're going to play quickly here, and they're going to put good shots on target. But they did get blocked by a blue side. A little bit of friendly fire there. And Thrifty trying to clear the danger.
You didn't see what I saw? I just saw Unknown go for the corner boost and spin around it twice. I feel like I just need to state that there. Unknown is having some difficulties getting the corner boost. He missed it twice. I can't believe he did that. That was amazing. Oh, goodness. I know that was caught on my stream. I'm hoping you all saw that too. That was incredible. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you, Unknown. I'm laughing with you. Here, that's a first on this stream. I haven't seen that before.
Off the top, ceiling, and straight down. Oh my goodness. Through traffic. And that is a beauty there to start off the scoring.
And that's why we got Resi. I'll be honest, I'll be honest, I knew Unknown Soldier had the shooting pretty well. I know Resi has it too. I can't believe he scored that. That's a really tough angle. But hey, he gets it. Let's go, Resi. Great play here. You really see that teamwork being put into play here from my side, from the Astro United teammates here. I believe they're the only org that actually has 2 players representing themselves in this event, in this matchup. Obviously, for the next round, we're going to have the same thing with a couple of the other teams. But yeah, again, I chose that teamwork for a reason. It's pass across. I think Juicy just saved that shot as well. Look, what is it with my guys? They're trying to help you out here a little bit, Cobra. Man, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Zacky's too good. We gotta be stopping why are we stopping our own shots out there and not the other teams?
That's a more impressive angle than the one earlier before. That's ridiculous. That's not just a double. He hits that on the outside because of how he rotated his car. That's ridiculous. See, I don't think he gets that angle just on a redirect. It's because he rotates and kind of orients his car, and he hits it with the front, I think, left wheel on the outside of it, getting a shot to the near post. I mean, that was ridiculous.
I will also add to that, yeah, that was an incredible shot, first of all. And second of all, my team has 0 saves on defense. We've saved more of our own shots than their shots.
They're just using it on the wrong side. 2 up here.
Oh, dear.
Double, but can't get it to go.
Teammates are really excited for this one.
Yep.
They're like, you know, we got Juicy Berg in the backfield. If we both go, we have double the chance of scoring.
No one's in net. There we go. Let's go. Right exactly where they need to be. And a huge demo. Try to actually take eyes on who that would have been. That would have been
Rezi.
Zachy there on the demo. Rezi, unfortunately, not able to help or whoever got a double there. It might have been unknown. But now a lead here.
I don't like this at all. I was playing this team, even though I know I had technically the lower ranked players.
Yeah.
Because I have, my second choice was Rezi and Unknown. But definitely lower ranked than Cody and Thrifty. I didn't think it would be this bad. I was like, surely their teamwork can make up for it. I'm a little worried now. But
I think it was very dependent on the type of player, because I think Juicy is a good player, but I think Juicy kind of has to take over in order to make it felt like they are the best player in the lobby. I think it is known that they are the highest ranked.
Let's get ready for the Juicy Berg takeover. He's got a couple more games in him, I'm sure.
But I mean that's the kind of player that you need to be, and sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable for a player that wants to be a little bit farther back and wants to kind of react to plays, to be able to flip that switch. Because there's some players that are hard carries. I think Juicy Berg is more of a kind of reading the field and making sure they're holding on to certain touches and being smart on the ball. And I don't think they're going to go all out here. Zachy is going for this one as well. That one is a really dangerous. Thrifty, can you get back to this one? I don't know if you have the speed. And that'll go into the net.
That's a common 125 move to send everybody upfield and to have nobody back on the return trip.
Yep.
If you've been streaming 135 as often as I have, you'll notice that's something that happens across almost all their teams. Like, it doesn't matter who's playing. I don't know if you've seen it a lot yourself, Cobra, but this org loves aggression. 50 is no difference. I can tell you he loves aggression. He hates defense, and he'll get the goal back right off the crossbar. Man, we cannot hold a lead for long. We cannot hold a game for long, can we? As again, Zachy, he's really just showing up in this series.
Yeah, I think right now proving a lot on this squad, and I think another good thing that 100x35 players are known for is responding really quickly. Like, yeah, there might be some overcommits. They do like offense, but they typically don't go down. Like, a lot of these good teams don't go down for long. That pinch, it's going to be off. My, oh my, did I want that to go in just to see the replay. But it will go to the side for now. Off the backboard. Unknown is around it, but won't technically take a look. Wesco off the top sends it goalwards. It will be defended well, but 44 seconds, not going to be many opportunities, and right now it feels like my team is going to try and stay alive. A little nonsense in front of the net, but that'll go for now.
Hey, we don't mind. We'll make that comeback. 30 seconds left. Just need one more shot here from Rezi, who scored all the goals so far. I've been really impressed with Rezi from my side, but I gotta say, it feels like your team has a lot more of those Rezi-type players on your side. Again, it's an offense versus defense battle. I probably should have chose offense a little more often. I chose all these defensive sides, and yeah, now I really regret how defensive that was. That's a good position from Wesco. Couldn't put it in. Zachy, he'll get that read, but it's only in the midfield. I was just going to try to keep it close. Right to Juicy Berg. 0 seconds. Here goes Juicy. That's on. That's in. Let's go. Overtime. 0 seconds. Juicy Berg. Hey, Cobra, you asked for Juicy to be the hard carry. And, hey, Juicy heard you.
That's a really tough one. Z maybe overcooks it just a little bit. There's a teammate there. Pitches it out to the middle, and it's the one person you don't want on the ball. Overtime. We don't mind taking these, but I mean, it has to be a little bit demoralizing. Zachy, the pinch, that is going to be off the wall. Unknown should know that. They will be able to send that away, and now their transition may start.
Yeah, even in those backward touches, I still get a little nervous seeing some players go for them, even though that is very routine for Unknown. He is not going to miss that. You won't see him miss anything as simple as that, although you still can't help but feel a little nervous. Again, it's because there's something on the line for us here. So I want to see this series tied up. I want to see this series go to a game 5 where, both these teams are looking for that match point, but on overtime, I've really noticed it a lot. Aggression can really be the difference makers. You okay there, Cobra? You okay?
No, I just saw all 3 players in
Yeah, I was
here
gonna
at
say,
the same time.
I was gonna
and I
say
got
everybody went for it.
in the midfield. Nonetheless, I just got very concerned for a bit because I did not know where any of the blue players were, and luckily they were not immediately challenging. But it was not a great feeling.
Yeah, you don't want to do that again. That's a good touch. Wait a second. Ooh, Westco is
Ah.
in no man's land, but Kova's just brushing it off. I can tell you're nervous. As
Yeah, no,
Westco.
there's definitely a little bit of nerves, and I think it's because now you can see there's a little bit of
Oh, he's scoring
room
that.
being
Yep.
gathered, and
He's
Juicy
scoring
Bird
that.
puts it in the net. 2 goals unanswered. What are we doing?
That is Juicyberg for you. He will not miss that. That is about as easy as it gets for Juicyberg. And I'm not doing that because I'm confident in him, but I mean, I know Juicy. We know Burger. Burger scores those.
Yeah,
He is at the
Burger
level
scores
where he should be scoring those. There's a lot of players actually that should be scoring those kind of touches in this lobby, but Burger, yeah, with the clutch play at the end there, he actually didn't score very until late in that series, in that game. So it took a while to really heat up. But hey, the series is tied, Cobra. I just gotta say, this is gonna be an interesting series if it continues to stay this way, because I know Burger is almost certainly gonna be sticking in for at least a few more games.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? You're having maybe your best player who's definitely going to be in. There's a little bit of tactics kind of being played here, kind of unbeknownst to us, is who's going in, who's going out, and kind of that ebb and flow of what players are in, what players are not. And that really affects it may be a little bit of the pace of what we see on the field right now. That shot a little bit light. Wesco will be able to send that one away, and Zaki quickly down to the other side of the field. But it's really interesting because you have a feeling that these squads are gonna how they move forward here is really interesting shot here. Zaki, I mean, absolute aerial ace here in this game.
Yeah, no one challenged there from my side. They both waited. I think Juicyberg was expecting that to be a pretty routine touch for Skillers, but he forgot Skillers is not GC3. Skillers is not his teammate often, and so one of the funny things here for Juicyberg is that he's leaving the ball a lot. He's like, oh yeah, my GC3 teammates will get this. Your teammates aren't GC3 anymore. You've got to deal with Champ 2, Champ 3 players. And yeah, I do love kind of the hilarious irony that Juicyberg's leaving the ball for his teammates in positions that are usually pretty easy for high-level players. This is again Rocket League where most of the players here are around that high champ, low grand champ level. It's a good shot from Juicyberg. Oh dear, Wesco. Oh dear, Wesco. He got that first save, but you got to do a little more to keep out Juicyberg.
It's a really good idea what they're going for here, but honestly, they may have been better playing it to the opposite post, the opposite corner where they were closer to. They tried to put it to that opposite post, hits off the corner, and it's an unfriendly bounce, but a good idea, but just in front of the net, the execution not being 100% perfect will result in a goal like that.
And one of my favorite calls ever, and I know it's a little bit off topic here, is Juicyberg's going to get, a good save there from Zaki, and again, it's a shot. Juicyberg just, he gets that second chance, he'll put it in. Again, another great save, but unfortunately, against Juicyberg, you got to be able to get that clear as well, or else you'll still be attacking. As I was going to mention again, one of the funniest calls I've ever heard, and it's something that was said by who was it? It was Brokefang, I think, of all people. He said that the post, he names the post. He names it Casper, the unfriendly post. So, especially in my series, he had a little fun with that one. I think Casper is attacking you again here, Cobra. Because, actually, I don't think it is. It's hurting my team a little more than yours, but Casper, I think, is back, at least for now, because we've seen a lot of these shots just go a little off the mark.
Yeah, just definitely a little bit of presence being made there, at least in the orange net for now. We'll see how that continues on. But right now, a lot of control here for the side in blue, and it's looking a little bit awkward for the side in orange. I think they're getting caught in a few awkward places, and that is going to be one of them. So they're trying to transition a great 50 from Sporty's side, and that's just going to be in the middle of the field. And who is it? It's Mr. Juicyberg taking over, and I believe that is their third goal.
Yeah.
And it was whether or not they're going to be able to take over, and they're taking over, and probably the best way they know how. It's those second and third opportunities where if they're being gifted them, they are not missing you know, a second opportunity in front of that. If it's a good save, if it's you know, some like a good defensive play that's not quite clean enough, Juicy Berg is absolutely feasting on those opportunities, and that's exactly what they need to do. They don't always need to lead from the front, but you know, really taking over in the ways that they know how, and that's exactly what that player's doing.
Yeah, calculated back pass there from Skillers to Juicy Berg.
Planned.
That's a very calculated back pass. Oh, that's actually gonna work. Oh, it almost went in. If that goes in, hey, we're giving Skillers all the credit for that unorthodox play in the backfield. Pre-flipping backwards. He still gets it as Zaki. Again, Zaki has been insane. I think he's, again, his rank looks like being around C3. He's definitely not playing like Wood. At least at this point. He's definitely keeping up here with Burger. You love to see, again, that kind of equal action if your Cobra's team... I don't like to see it. Personally, although I do want to see a Game 7. I will admit, I do want to see a Game 7 as Juicy Berg. Oh dear, Juicy Berg. Flip reset. Saved by Zaki, unknown soldier. Won't be able to put it on, but I don't think scoring's our biggest deal right now, because at this point we have about 2 minutes left. We just need to make sure we keep our defense strong.
Yeah, right now, I mean, if you're this orange side, you don't mind really sending numbers just to get that goal. Cody shot a little bit lackluster there, wanting a little bit more, and Skillers will at least take the boost. Not really going to make a big play at the ball, but good challenge. Juicy Berg, not going to be the spacing to kind of doomsday it to themselves, but the clearances have been a little bit awkward. I think right now, something that's really going well for your squad is now a lot of these offensive plays are pulling multiple defenders, and that's going to leave Skillers, and that's going to leave unknown opportunities to really continue to move forward and keep this pressure here.
Yeah, I know. I find it ironic that it's Juicy Berg who scored all the goals, because it makes it seem like he's been doing everything. And let's be real honest, if we put one of those other two players in the spot to get that second shot, they'd be scoring too. As here's another one for Berger. Maybe he's doing everything after all, because that dunk was all his, right on top of West Coast Cinco. And yeah, that's what happens when you play against a Premier 2v2 player. They don't get fooled by those kind of tricks.
Yeah, and I think he's taking a lot of initiative in terms of just playing quicker. I think he's playing quicker. I think he's playing smarter. I think he's using all of the tools in the tool belt here to really be like, no, I am the best player here, and this is how I play. And for a defense here, I feel like it's a lot easier, you know, to maybe when you're getting multiple shots, to feel, you know, in control, even if you're playing up. But when you're having to defend against a high-level opponent and having to do it multiple times, that's really when you feel how oppressive a rank difference can be. Great challenge there from West Coast, and they get it in front of the net, back forward, someone with the shot.
Oh, that's
Not
a quad
two people
commit.
with the shot, but we'll take it. West Coast trying to keep it alive. Only 20 seconds here, so, I mean, why not? Why not?
Why not quad commit in front of that net, right? We have two-thirds the whole lobby jumping for it. But again, I love it. They have all the Oregoners playing, because they don't play with each other often, unless you're the two Astro United players. And so this is hilarious to see them just have to get used to rotations. There's so many double commits, so many weird plays. As this game will end, my team's got match points, and again, with the fact that Burger's probably sticking in for another game, Game 6 is going to be probably our best chance to take this series. I would be a little worried about Game 7.
Yeah, I think this will be really interesting to see how this goes. I did say they might end in Game 6, and maybe I misspoke on what team would end.
you did say Game 6. Oh, wait a second.
I did say Game 6.
Oh no.
So I may have gone with the long con caster curse, which is I mean, that is quite the achievement there to get that done. But we'll see. But I mean, that is a game that was quite dominated. I think defensively, I mean, this team just needed a little bit of a break. They needed to get onto the offensive side of the ball that they didn't really see much of here.
Well, here we go, Game 6 with a chance for my team to win and for me to be able to get Cobra, not Cody. I'm not gonna force Cody to tweet anything. Cobra to tweet out a embarrassing message, or I'll think of something. Don't worry. In fact, I might start trying to do that near the end of this game if my team's in the lead. We'll see about that. But for now, there's still a thing. Cobra, don't be discouraged. There's still a good amount of the series left to go. And I'm not counting out the fact that Game 7 is very likely. I did want to see it, so I would love to see us go to a Champions Field.
Not discouraged, it's just the thoughts of the possible tweets kind of got into my mind. I lost a little bit of focus, but I am back here.
Oh, trust me, you don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, let's see how this squad will do. And Zaki, I actually didn't think that shot would get in flush to the corner like that. But I mean, if this team is going, you want it to be this player. Zaki, I mean, has an incredible showing here in this series.
So what I do find funny is we got like your like 3 highest ranked players against my 3 lowest ranked players. This is interesting. Oh, and it's not a great continuation. Who went to the kickoff here for your team?
That's Skillers.
No, that was Zaki.
Skiller against Zaki.
That was Zaki.
And,
oh, we got dunked by Skillers. Zaki didn't expect that from Skillers. He did. Skillers, I think that's what's funny, I don't think that was intentional from Skillers. I think his kickoff's just so slow, he just dunks Zaki. It works, I take it. Yeah. But that is pretty funny.
Either way, would not be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. Yeah, but this is probably the best chance, you're right, to extend this, and obviously they're saving juicy for the possible game 7, but your team absolutely capable of ending this here. So we'll see how this goes. Gonna get some opportunities in the air. Zaki down to Cody. Cody looking for the shot to dunk, but it's not gonna happen. Unknown. Quickly the other side. Thrifty gonna kind of be forced into these awkward situations more often than not. In front of the net, Cody backlift. That is gonna open up a shot. He goes slow. Thrifty yet again. Good defense. Follow-up shot from Skillers a little bit high, and it's looking awkward in front of the orange net. The dribbler goes all the way through, not all the way into the net.
Imagine if that goes in. That's the most Oregoner goal I've ever seen. That's the most. That would be a goal that would fit this series, I think, and all the weird intricacies we've seen so far. As this matchup on paper pretty lopsided. In actual practice, not so much, because again, it's all about really defense here for these teams. And I think when it comes to these lineups, and defenses are, well, both pretty strong. It's really going to matter on who can get those shots on offense, because it's going to be a tough battle, that's for sure, as here comes Thrifty. One-on-one with Rezi, looking for the shot. Rezi! Good block there. I can trust Rezi in that. Again, he's a strong 2v2 player. I think everybody actually on my team for this matchup is pretty strong in 2s. But that's going to be awkward. That's not a good clear from Unknown. Zaki's going to score. That's the last player you want that ball to go to.
Yeah, but again, it's these kind of moments. It's a moment where, you know, the blue team here is they just got an incredible save there. First of all, they're just getting back to their positions. They're looking for the clearance, and everyone shifted over to one side, and the ball just happens to find its way back in the middle, and just really good job tracking that one down. That bounce be a little bit unfriendly for both sides there as it switches up the field. Skillers looking for the clearance all the way down the field. Is going to make multiple players jump. Skillers looking to follow, but it will be Rizzy up, but Thrifty. Thrifty has been Captain Clutch here on terms of the defensive side. I mean, they've been up, they've been able, knowing that they have a little bit more of a defensive squad, but they've been there, or offensive squad, but they've been there defensively when needed.
That's a good dunk from Skillers, not on target, man. Skillers, he has just missed the target a couple times this game. He's been getting so close, but that's a good pass. Oh, and Rezzy's missed. Oh, no, the mechanics starting to get a bit of a hold here of my team. That's not something I want us to be tested on, is mechanics, because I don't think we will on that gameplay, quite frankly, in this game. With this roster, I want to trust it, but I trust more in the shooting aspect of this game instead. We just need to get some shooting opportunities. There's simple, great passes, some good team play. I mean, all your team really has to do, Cobra, is just play defensively. I think they have a very good chance of taking this. Although I know, obviously, that's not their game plan. Not when you have 50 on your side, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, I do want them to keep, you know, pedal to the metal here. We saw what happens if they, you know, maybe overcook it on the defensive side. We saw what happened in that. I think now a pivotal overtime where, you know, it was your squad that maybe kind of gave it up at the final moments. That 0-second goal was absolutely incredible. But I think this team needs to stay on the ball. They need to, you know, stay around and really, you know, stay comfortable in that, and things will work itself out. But I think if they try to go back and give any extra opportunities to a team, especially this iteration of the squad that has multiple shooters on board, I would rather them continue to be aggressive and really continue to try and push that to a 3 goal game here.
Now we're just gonna talk about that save from Rezzy. That was actually really impressive. Rezzy's been insane on defense so far. I did not think he would be that kind of the defensive player. You know, when you have a roster with Skillers on it, you think, oh yeah, he's gonna be the defensive guy. No, it's been Rezzy who's been making a lot of these clutch saves. Oh dear, Skillers. This has been a bad series for Skillers, to say the very least. He has not had a very good series, and this is only getting worse for him. That 50 was not the right direction, Skillers. I know he
man.
wanted it, but in that situation, it's a lot better just not to go for it.
Yeah, well, it's just the orientation of the car there, right? It's, you know,
Yep.
you're oriented, and basically you're acting like a pinball paddle or a bank for that shot to go exactly that direction. So whether you win or not, if you lose it, you're going to lose it in that direction. And they lost it heavy there. So it will be a little bit of a buffer. It's still not a safe buffer here yet as Thrifty plays it off their backboard. That will be a shot. Skillers are going to get it back. Unknown. Can't quite get it to go. They can't get it into the corner. And now a lot of time has passed. It's still only a few goals. And 10 seconds left. Skillers gets one back.
No, that was insane. My goodness, Rezi. Dude, this dude is like the blood of this team right now. He is trying everything he can to get this team back in it. Skillers with his second goal this game. Wait, how is Skillers the only one to score? Of all people to score. I was saying, oh, he's playing really defensively. Nah, he's the only one who's scored so far. Oh, that's not great. It's a intentional fake on the kickoff. We can bring this up here. Final 10 seconds. Gotta keep it up. Oh, that's not gonna do well. And Game 7 will be happening here. Game 7, Champions Field. Again, a reminder, our next series will be pushed back a couple minutes. And that's gonna be that's gonna be insane. As again, we're going into one more game, Cobra. For all the for all the marbles, I can't speak.
Yep.
We're gonna go into this one, and man, it's gonna be close. I mean, what these rosters have left, it's gonna be so intense. Seeing Burger and Wesco come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting. I know that I believe Thrifty just came back. So it's either going to be Zach or Cody that will step out. I couldn't keep track of who was out in the previous game, but I think either way it will be interesting. But the team has to put it together for your side. I mean, it's the best roster that they have available there. And it is going to be Wesco. It is going to be Zaki, and it is going. Oh, Thrifty stepping in. Hold on. I think we'll change it.
They didn't change the roster at all. They want the same roster. They want that win. They're going to keep it. By the way, they can do that. These teams have been changing roster every single game. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is have every player get involved at least once in the series. They've all done that a million times over. They just wanted to change their roster. So, but yeah, you can totally keep your roster, and they're doing that here. Rezi, what was that from Rezi?
Oh,
no, Rezi, he's playing Super Spy at this point. He's playing for the other team. He just blocked our goal.
Listen, we do not mind that.
How much did you pay, Rezi?
Not.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, I paid Zaki too. Wait a second. We're paying off players here to keep saving their own shots. I can't believe Zaki now just saved that. What in the world's happened in this series? Even in Game 7, nothing makes sense.
Game 7 has turned into Mafia. So all of you that are here, make sure you keep an eye for who you think is purposely playing for the other team. We will figure that one out.
I'll drop the PayPal real quick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's not Mr. Juicyberg because they're very dangerous in front of that orange net. They're not going to let any opportunities pass them by. Speaking of, who just gets it away, basically out of the jaws of Mr. Juicyberg. They will not survive the moment, but at least will be able to get the clearance. And no goals so far. Definitely a couple of moments. Wait, no one's there! No one's there! Zaki puts it through. Was there a bump on the side?
No, there's a
I think
backflip.
there was.
No, I think Juicyberg just backflipped. Look at this from him. Whoops.
Oh,
he backflipped. Oh no. Rezi was expecting him. He wasn't going to challenge for that because he saw Juicyberg. He said he knows Juicyberg can get to that pretty easily. But that backflip, man, Juicyberg, he's supposed to be kind of the star player of this roster. That's not a great start, to say the very least. A comeback will have to be necessary at this point.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. I think it was also that jump to avoid Thrifty, who I think was going to. They were trying to leave a little bit early. Opportunity here. They are going to take a quick shot. It's on target, and it's right into the net. I mean, it's a lot of space, and you're almost thinking that's automatic from that range.
Especially if your name's Burger. Especially if you're ranked that high. Yeah, Burger is going to make up for his earlier mistake. Again, we're going to have that next series coming up only a few minutes after this one. But again, it's going to be exciting. Oh, no, that's off the kickoff. Saved by 50. Ooh, that was close. Dude, I wouldn't want to be calling that one. As your team's had some issues with the kickoff. Here's another one in front. Cody, no boost. Rezi 1-1. still challenging in front. Here comes Unknown. Everybody committing at this point from your side, Cobra, but the very least the ball stays out. That's an overcommit! Oh, Burger's missed! Oh no, Burger! When the pressure's on, he did not live up to it. A huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, right now there needs to be a little bit of getting everyone back on the same page. It has been a little bit shoddy in terms of the rotation here, but again, another missed flip. Going for the demo, not going to be able to get it, but maybe a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Zaki can't commit to it or can't get contact, back pass, but it's not going to work out for him. From the corner, no boost, off the post, it's going to be in, and it's going to be a goal in the lead here for Sporty Squad.
You better get your Twitter fingers ready, Cobra.
Yeah.
You better get them ready. This is not looking good.
Yeah.
Well, it's not looking good for you.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of the pocket. They need to get back in the pocket. There was a lot of panic there. I think they could bring it back, but they do need to chill out just a bit. Off the backboard, that's a possible shot. It deflects in. No.
So you said about this team's defense. Let's talk about the offense. Resi to Unknown. The Astro United teammates connect again, and right at this point. That chemistry, I told you, chemistry matters, Cobra. It matters a lot, and it's on full display.
Yeah, we regain.
2 minutes, so much time left. I do feel bad though for our next matchup because they gotta This is gonna be a substantial delay because this series just had to go to Game 7, didn't it? It just had to go to Game 7.
Yeah,
it had to be close.
I mean, for the content. Had to go to Game 7. Someone made contact, but that one, that should be in, and it's going to be Juicyberg yet again. And for some reason, the ball getting up above that crossbar, it is just kaput here for the side in orange. They're just not able to do anything about it, and I think they're really starting to lean into that game style and that play as well.
Here we go. Oh, that's a miss there from Zaki. Zaki is, I think he's fallen on that pressure. He was that substantially strong player of this series. I think it was the biggest surprise for me coming into this series was Zaki, just how well he's been playing. But Game 7 has been a bit of a different story for him. But there's still so much time left in front. 50, that's open, that's in. Goal back. This game will not end, Cobra.
Yeah, that was a must-have. That's a gimme there. I mean, Unknown in a really tough spot and almost had the read there. I think if it's played any more towards the net, they actually make contact, and that goal does not happen. But that's a goal you had to have. Minute 30, this is the opportunity for them to make a comeback. I don't think my team has actually come back in a series. I think once they've had the lead, they're typically good. Or they're typically either they win or lose, but I think if they've been down, I don't think they've actually taken a victory here. So it'll be interesting to see if they can break that cycle here as multiple go. Will be thrifty. It's going to be a really tough look, but they're going to try it. Juicyberg, opportunity for a shot. Right back at the player. Cody, left side. Shouldn't be enough, but they could keep this alive, but Thrifty wisely turns away from it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You have to sometimes take one step back to go 2 other steps forward. And this is it for Juicy. One-on-one here. 50. Couldn't get him through. Juicy. Second touch pass. Cobra. An Unknown will get the clear. Open backfield. This is an open net. Juicyberg won't miss. Incredible transition. This game is starting to become wraps. And well, 41 seconds. I don't want to call it yet, but Cobra, it's not looking hopeful.
Yeah, it's not looking great here. It's not looking great here. Couple of misplays here, and again, Juicyberg really showing the worth. The #1 pick for a reason, really taking over. But right now, it is a little bit desperate here, especially in the air. They're just losing that battle. Cody trying to push it through, and multiple bodies trying to get in here, but the counterattack is alive and well. Back center, Cody needs to shoot this on target, but can't get it to go, and the time will not be on their side.
15 seconds, counting down. Unknown will go for a flip reset. My goodness, Unknown. Wasting out even more time with that challenge. And it will... Weird, what a save from Juicyberg. Just to rub a little bit more in there. This series is over, Cobra. We're going to be moving on to Twitter or X.com. And we'll make sure that all of your Twitter fans are going to be thoroughly confused tonight.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure to tag all of the Oregoners here. Um,
Let's
Left
go over
over
3.
3.
Yeah, why
Um,
not?
yeah, but again, absolutely incredible. And looking at the scoreboard, I mean, this squad, Juicy Berg, again, another hat trick. The shots really on it, and unfortunately, just not enough in the tank. It took 7, but in the end, your team victorious here. But really, some incredible plays here across the board.
It was. It
Gotta
was.
love it.
Admittedly, it was close. Like, GG's all around again. Good series. That was a close one, a nail biter, if you
Yeah.
want to call it that. As again, we will be drawing new teams for this next series soon. Again, Game 7. Unfortunately, I can't show you the screen of what is being typed here, but just trust me when I say this. Again, go follow Cobra at Cobra_cast, CobraCast. And again, we'll make sure you get something to say something fun. I haven't actually thought of anything. I'll be really honest. I had a
Hey,
whole game
look.
to think of it, and I couldn't think of it. You know what? While we do that, while I think, let's actually do the draw for our next matchup because we want to get
Yeah,
into that as soon as possible. So
yeah,
let's make
look
sure we
that
get
up.
into the right screen first of all. Me, wrong screen.
Yep.
That was for my backline matchup yesterday. There we go. Again, yeah, there's so many players, and again, Cobra. Now that we switch around, you get first pick.
All right, perfect. Let me take a look at this.
Yeah, it's a stacked lineup. There's
It
not a there's no real bad choice. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think this is a pretty stacked lineup. I'm trying to figure out what kind of direction I want to go because this is gonna be Snake as well. Yeah.
Yes, everything's gonna be snake style,
Okay.
but you'll go first because we'll just.
All right. Let's see who I want to go with for right now. Um um I think I'm gonna go with Nixium. I'm gonna go with PXU Chronicle player. Um
Nixium.
yeah, Nixium. I think Nixium pretty solid
Now,
player.
Nixium Solid is on Chronicle. Chronicle are one of the
Yeah.
hottest new teams coming into this. They weren't able to play for most of this. They had to sub in and like that second week. Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, I'm gonna make my choice. This was always gonna be
Yeah.
my choice. Plexi is already automatically my first, and Wall will be my second. Wall is an old friend of mine. You will know him if you've seen Ignition play. He was on Ignition. I know Wall's got that defense. Plexi's super aggressive, so I think they will work well. So that's my two choices automatically. You got next choice, Cobra. Next two actually.
I am. Oh, do you mind scrolling back up for me so I can actually see all the
Yeah, there you go.
as well? I am going to go with uh, I'm gonna go with Lepid, and I'm gonna go with Bezo.
Lepid, Bezo, or Bezio. Alright, I will be getting Wall's teammate here in Junior. And who do I round out this roster with? Probably Typical. There we go. I think
Yeah,
that's, and that means you're left with Stitch now, of
Stitch.
Quantum.
I'm happy with that as well.
That will be fun. It'll be an interesting lineup. Again, that match is going to be delayed, but those are our lineups. I got Plexi, Wall, Junior, Typical, and Cobra you have Nixium, Lepid, Bezio, and Stitch. As well as happening, what's happening? You know what? I've got a good tweet here for you. All right, type this exactly, or do you want me to DM it to you? Yeah, let me DM it to you. So I can type.
You can DM it to me. That way it'll be you know, well, I don't know if you want to say it here, but it'll be like the first time that people see it on my.
This is gonna be a good one. I'm happy with this one. Again, I will read it to you all as soon as you tweet it. But again, we'll actually no. Let me also get the match lobby info for these guys so that they can join in. Do they know who's playing on whose side? I hope they do. I hope these guys are watching.
Hopefully they were watching.
Again, this should be fun. There we go. Again, I hope that they're watching. If not, we'll let them know who's on what side. And also, I gotta make sure I let them know that they have to alternate rosters.
Yeah, I did like how that was going in the org battle as well, like seeing the different combinations and them going back and forth.
Yep. Again, this is crew battle, so if you guys don't know crew battles, it starts with 3v3s, goes to 2v, and next, the team that loses chooses in game 2. Game 3 is a 3v3, Game 4 is whatever wasn't chosen in Game 2, and then Game 5 is 3v3. Game 6 is whoever loses Game 5 will choose, and then Game 7 is 3v3. So that's how it will work here. A pretty standard crew battle. It's the format that I've always had on my stream. It's format I know 50 likes that format as well. I'm sure you're fine with it too. I think it's the common format people go with.
Yeah, and I think this one is even more interesting because of the crew battle aspect of like the which player are we going to see when. I think this is going to be very interesting to have to figure out here. But the same lobby info, or is it?
Nope, it's different. I sent it in the chat if you want to look at it there. Let's make it again. I'm almost done. You're also so fun, you might have to rewatch Gamers 8. Yeah, go. Crew battles are amazing. They're super fun formats. They're so chill as well.
Yeah.
You get to see everything.
Honestly,
It's just the best of everything.
Yeah, I think it's really such a hoop for people to jump through for the players. I think it's really interesting to actually watch. Yeah, I think it's a ton of fun.
There you go. By the way, there you go, Cobra. And here's how I got it. Don't worry, we'll show you all the tweets afterwards, alright? We'll show you all the tweets afterwards. I got you something. I think you can tweet that, Cobra. I think that's fine. Right? You're fine with that?
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
There you go.
I'm just gonna be getting so many DMs. Like, what happened to the people that don't like read all the way?
Yeah, then we'll show you all at the end of the stream because I know you'll need your time. You can tweet it after the stream if you want.
Yeah, wait. I'm
I'm
gonna copy this and I'm gonna tweet this. I'm gonna schedule this for after the stream. That is amazing. All right, that is so funny.
I got you. Well, again, if you win this next matchup, I'll let you do it. If I win again, it's another thing tweeted. I'll
Okay.
do something different.
I will definitely do that. I'm definitely gonna.
All right, we actually have an update. Apparently, we have some changes here because apparently we do. 50. Can you tell us if there, again? Can you tell us like apparently there's some changes happening? You know, I have no problem making those edits if we have to. Who's coming in for who? We're waiting for everybody to join. Everybody's got to join first. So. Wait a second. Okay, apparently we got someone in. We got Rival in as well, and Nexe. So, 50, if you can, DM me the rosters then, because that's obviously going to make it a little different. It should still be fine, but it sounds like we actually only have we'll have a 3v3, like we only have 3 players on each side, which is fine. If we have to move someone around, we'll do that. As oh, Stitch has just left. So it's Rival, Plexi, and Typical. Actually, it's on my team. So both of the first 2 players I chose didn't make it. Plexi and Wall couldn't make it, but oh yeah, it's apparently that's Nexe who's in. So it's actually so it's another Chronicle player. Rival, Plexi, Typical.
By the way, I am slightly switching up the wording just to make it good because I do not pay for X or Twitter. So I just replaced the word commentary to casting.
Hey, whatever works. That's fine.
I
Again, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And by the way, I'll let you message like later tonight too.
Yeah, I will.
Don't delete it though. Don't you dare delete it though.
No, I'm not deleting it. I am scheduling it for 8:45. That I'm setting it and forgetting it.
In 35 minutes.
Yeah, so it'll be.
No, just save it until the stream, like until this last match is over. We'll just tweet it at the same time.
Go.
Again, we're waiting on everybody to join. So, again, 50. Let us know who the rosters are then. If you want to edit that or whatever. So again, we're waiting on everyone here. Again, we can push back a slight bit if we need to. I think all these players are fine for that. Oh, Plexi's in. Oh, Plexi's here.
Okay.
We're waiting on Plexi, I think, then. So my roster will be Plexi, Typical, and Rival. Yours is going to be Bizio, Nixium, and Leopard. Apparently, we
Gotcha.
have lost some players, which is sad, but it does happen. Hey, we still have 3v3 though, and it's still mostly our rosters, so I'm happy with that. It's still most of our like top picks. So, of your top
Yeah.
picks, Stitch is also here. Means you actually got all your players in.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, it's me with Plexi, typical rival. I'm happy with that roster. I like rival. TRS rival is great. He's close friend of 135. He's also on Valhalla Aces, and if there's any team that can beat 135 consistently, it's him. Like that Aces side back when they were around, they were solid. But I'll be happy with that. That means your team has to make changes. Subs, my team won't be able to unless we somehow find another unless we somehow 50 signs another player. My team will have to stick with those 3 players. Although again, there's benefits and downsides to both of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
As again, we're waiting on everyone. Again, I think we're missing Plexi. And I think, who else are we missing? Stitch. Missing Plexi and Stitch here. We join on in. That's why we're having these delays. Again, apologies for that. Maybe actually, while we have that time, I'm also going to make that prediction poll for this series. I almost forgot about that. Can't forget about that. Again, do you predict this is do you think this is going to end in Game 6 or Game 7? Or earlier? What do you think it's going to be?
I think this is gonna go to Game 7 as well. I have a feeling just with these kinds of events, I feel like that it just will go that extra mile with a lot of these players. I think that's just kind of how it works. Especially because we're not gonna see just 3v3. I mean, I think one is gonna be really interesting, and I think it's gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, of course. And again, we'll be... Again, everybody's going to have to get some time on the field. But here we go. We're going to start with 3v3s here in Game 1. We finally got everybody in the lobby, all of the players again. It's actually going to be Stitch sitting out for your team. It's going to be Leopard, Bizio, Nixium versus Typical Rival and Plexi here for a 3v3 matchup. My team versus your team again. This is round 2. Your chance to make amends for that earlier loss in Game 7. And that's a great start there from Bizio.
Yeah, Bizio, very similar to kind of how I view Wesco Cinco in the previous game. A player that is really aware of their surroundings, and they do best when they're in the right place in the right time, and they're reading the game really well, and I think could be the glue for a makeshift squad like this.
Well, you say that they're makeshift, everybody's makeshift. And there's
Yeah. No, I'm just saying,
players
like,
representing a lot of different... Oh, dear, Nixium. Uh-oh. Oh, Plexi's left! Wait a second.
Wait, what just happened?
Wait, what in the world? Did Plexi... Oh no, it was not Plexi who left. No, it was, he just left. Whatever it was. He left as soon as I went in, he didn't want to see that goal. He felt bad for Nixium, but don't worry, Plexi's still in.
Nixium said for the content, now I'm worried.
It's for the... Oh no. The immediate drawback.
He said for the content. That's not number 1 pick material. That is.
that's not why I picked you.
Oh no. Well. And not really a lot to comment on there on that on either goals there, but it could be something here for the side in blue. Leopard, a little bit of space, but not a lot of boost. Nixium will come in, take the spot. Also our own number, but not a lot of access through the corner as of right now. The blue side does find a little bit of space to go here to the center line. I'm going to take this ball, challenge in the midfield, and it will still be Plexi here.
Yes, here comes Plexi again. Big flick. You gotta watch out for Plexi. He's a young mastermind here on the 135 side. I've seen Plexi a lot. Trust me when I say this, you should fear this guy. But that's when I say you should fear Plexi, you should also fear Nixium as well. That Chronicle team that just came in has destroyed everybody. I think they've won 12 games in a row.
Yeah.
To this point. That team's insane. That team is, jumped in week 2 as this unknown side, and they're now one of the favorites to win everything. I think the Pinnacle Cup is where they play. So
yeah, I think
it's gonna be they're solid. They'll have a
should be.
Yeah. Well, that's a big miss though from Plexi. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's gonna be a goal for Leopard. That's a miss from Plexi.
You gotta love that.
The miss? Next time saying it's for the content. He's covering Plexi's back here.
I am very worried that this is going to be back and forth, maybe when it should not be. But But off the corner here, Leopard will be the next one to take a look at this, taking their time as typical. Will be sent away. Leopard slow rolling here. We'll go back to the midfield. Vizo. Wanted to see Vizo get a little bit more involved as well. I think they're still trying to find their place in this rotation. But it'll be very interesting as we're seeing that the blue squad getting more and more comfortable as soon as they get past that midfield line.
Typical. Ooh, that's a good fake in front. Bizio's with the block. Bizio part of Team Nova. There's actually a couple players in this lobby that aren't on orgs. Bizio's probably the most recognizable. Oh, but Leopard's coming in. He's on an org. He's on Evo. And that's a big shot. I didn't think your team was going to be able to play this well. This is insane play style. You guys are doing really well at winning the air.
Yeah, I think that one just being decisive in those moments. And it feels like the vibes are pretty good too, so
wait a second.
Enjoying it, but they're not going to enjoy that one. Plexi is going to hit it right back down. Maybe a little bit volatile on the orange side, and definitely consistent Plexi. I mean, that's a lot of goal to cover there for Vizo. Didn't need enough, but you know, got the extra touch needed to put that to the back of the net.
Yeah, and that's a worrying sign whenever Plex is on a 1v1. Dude is cracked. That's a good pass in front. Bizio's got another. And Bizio isn't going to be is known for his mechanics, but there's no mechanics needed there if Nixium does all the work for you.
Yeah, I mean, basically getting demoed as they get that touch, but, you know, just to keep a little bit of height, really, it's really tough, especially in the corner to get a dangerous pass. You have to get underneath the ball. They did exactly that. They missed the double, unfortunately, here. Leopard will play this back to their corner. Rival already up for this one. That was a very dangerous transition play here. But yeah, those plays to the corner, you have to do so much work to really get something that's dangerous, either with the bounce or with your positioning and how you really actually hit the pass from the corner.
That was, I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention to anything you were saying, because I thought Plexi had that double tap, and he very nearly did. It's typical. We got absolutely RKO'd there, in front. Rival, that's in, that's a goal, 4-4. Cobra, are we in 3v3, or is this a 1v1 match? There's been so many goals going in.
I don't know, it feels that way, but it also feels like a lot of these goals are no-doubters as soon as they get kind of in front of the box. It feels like, yeah, that space, that's definitely going to go in. Off the sidewall, typical. This is double that they absolutely hit, but Vizo will cut it off at least for the moment. Opportunity for a follow-up, and right now this blue squad's getting more and more dangerous. They're really starting to ramp up the pace here as they enter the orange half.
Yeah, I think starting to get a little more used to each other. I mean, that's going to be what this series is all about. It's really who is able to adapt to each other quickly, as here comes Typical. Plexi's already jumping, but he's not going to get any of it, and it does not make a difference. Typical, all by himself with the dribble, 1v3, and those three were caught on the back line. Everybody went for it, and nobody can stop the might that's Typical, and of course, the might that's me standing right behind him.
A disaster.
It's my goal. I did that. I did everything there.
Yeah, disaster in that corner. I think one of the players just spawned. Nixium could get a double here, not going to get it. But one player just spawned. They bumped one, and then the other one got their tires, and then bumped the other one in response, going up that side wall. Not the best look here, but Leopard plays this to the opposite corner. No one's going to be there to actually follow this up. But now, I mean, they're following each other quite closely here. Very interested to see how this one plays out, because they are really, you know, not quite spreading the field, but they're kind of going one by one to each challenge here.
We go to the back corner. Typical. Now get the dribble past Nixium. That's going to bounce the ceiling. This is a good second touch for Typical. That one saved by Leopard. You can see the pressure mounting. Bizio, Leopard. That one sent down the field. Plexi's already jumping for it. Oh, he's missed it completely. Typical's caught backwards in front of the nets. Rifles with the save. Almost a 10th goal for these teams. Plexi, oh, that's going to be number 10. 1v2. The mechanics are too good. Everybody's playing insane at this point. 10 goals combined from these teams. And my team's got a 2-goal buffer.
Yeah, Plexi's just built different. I mean, Plexi has been looking absolutely incredible. Hat trick hero here for the side in blue. See exactly how that one plays out. So stuck all alone for just a moment. Will actually find themselves out. Nixium looking to continue the play. Get from the side. They'll go one tap most likely. Flip reset near post. Will be Bizo. Can they finish it off? But a good defensive stand there by Typical. And this clearance should buy all the time that they need here in game number 1.
And that will be it. A 10-goal game 1. Didn't this series will start off so aggressively, so quickly, but it will, be that kind of a series here. 6-4 the scoreline. Game 1 will meet its end eventually. As soon as this ball hits the ground, or if it will. I mean, these players are so good, they probably could keep it up for a while here. All right, that will be it. We're going into game 2, and Cobra, your team's got to choose what is the next game mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that completely up to them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go 2s here. I'm not exactly sure which of these players.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would assume they choose 2s as well, because I know for a fact Plexi is pretty good at 1s. I would assume he'd be the one choice.
I don't think they want to go that route unless there's one of them that is really, really excited about
let's
that
see what
prospect.
they say. Let's see what they say. I haven't gotten anything in chat from them. I don't know if Lepid, Bizio, or Nixium are going to say it. I know that, again, I know that's, again, your team's in a weird situation because they also have, Stitch, and Stitch has to play in the series at some point. I don't see him in the lobby. I don't know what's happening there with Stitch, but he should be...
Maybe waiting for their moment.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Again, they have to choose here for game 2. They're taking the time to make that decision.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that they
2s.
know. 2s. All right, Nixium and Bizo, they'll take it.
We'll see what my team does. Plexi's already left, so it seems like he doesn't want to play in the next game.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. that's probably the best. Well, also, if I was the blue team and Plexi felt really comfortable in 1s, I mean, you save that player for when 1s is called here, but they are going to play him in 2s here.
I mean, yeah, I will say you can repeat players. You can repeat players.
So
they might have Plexi in every match. Who knows? Plexi is a player who's pretty well rounded, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have like Typical play 1s. I think Typical's also pretty good at 1s. I know I think Rivals played a good amount of 1s as well. So yeah, these guys, I think it's a pretty smart choice from your team. I think it's really the only choice they have here is to go for 2v2s because I see them with a much better chance of winning in a 2v2 matchup than a 1v1.
Yeah, I know Bizo typically grinds this Nixium as well. And, I think these players, it's definitely going to be a little bit of hot and cold here with them. We'll see how this goes. But Plexi almost getting the best of that one. But that one goes incredibly awry. And I had to take a look at that touch by, I believe it was Typical. It had to be because it had a blue trail. And I think
He got a bit greedy for that bump, I think. You got a big induce send. So yeah, Typical did just hit a massive redirect. That was insane, but yeah, he played a little too aggressively there. A little too aggressively. And yeah, he'll be caught on that one as... Well, again, Nixium. Blocked by Typical. Plexi, I will say, my team have decided to be team boring here and go 2 purple Fennecs. Oh, but it seems like the Fennec gang works, and to be fair, I know, I'm a Fennec main myself. Even though both the cars are the exact same, I mean, hey, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's just too good.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with results, and if the players are feeling good, there's a lot of players that will say, any of those clean decals or it's just the paint or just really basic design, they just feel a little bit, faster, a little bit less busy to the eye, feels a little bit better. That little pseudoscience fact of the day for you, but if all the comfortability there, and you cannot argue with results. That's a really good team play there. And team play, even though Typical did all the work on the ball, Plexi really opened up the space. I think forced Bizo to jump, got the demo, and then the double tap, not an easy angle as well, and pretty high up on that ball, but well done there.
Your team chose 2s. Oh, this has not been the game they wanted. I mean, I don't blame them for being confident going to 2s. Again, if Bizio and Nixium are, players who've played 2s so often with each other. But, well, this is not what you want to see. It's Typical. Oh, that's an incredible pass from Typical. My goodness, Cobra, I don't think this is your team's fault at all. I think my team is just peaking right now.
Yeah, I think they're getting. I mean, it's that touch right there where I could see as a player, like, what in the world? Like, how did they get that extra touch on the ball? But right, it's really cool, calm, collected here from the side in blue. So right now they're looking pretty deadly here. Typical good flick won't be good enough to get on target just yet. Nixium, heavy touch. They will leave that.
Oop,
That's both players. It's a little bit awkward, but Flexi, I mean, good enough to at least have that not go horribly wrong. That, for a lesser player, that could have been turned into something really ugly, but they'll be able to save that one.
Yeah, again, I chose Plexi pretty early. I know how consistent he can be. And I know how, well, more so, he has this kind of pop-off ability. He can pop off incredibly well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it this series where he has those moments where he doesn't look amazing, but then when he does, oh my goodness, you can't stop this guy. And that's one of the things, that's one of the reasons why I picked Plexi so early here, as I gotta take him paired with Typical. It makes sense. Typical is a little bit more reserved. He plays much more like you'd expect a higher level player to, in that he's sitting back a little further. He's not going for nearly as many stuff. Just trying to be consistent, as that's a good shot for Nixium. Plexi can't get there. That's an incredible shot off that sidewall.
Yeah, going to the other side, I mean, this is kind of the stuff that you expect here. Just those mechanics to go to work and, you know, find those awkward angles, find opportunities in front of the net, and just use what you have in, you know, the toolbox to really create some openings here. Haven't had a lot of opportunities and had to play a lot of defense here, this side in orange, but now maybe an opportunity. Flexi left alone. Bizo, it's not a great angle for him, but it's a good challenge. Oh, in front of the net, and what a defensive play by Typical there to stop that one from going in.
Halfway through the game, only a 1-goal difference marks the difference between these teams. Cobra, if your team loses this is a huge detriment. Because again, I don't think 1v1 is going to be your top play style. I wouldn't trust a lot of 1v1s. I know BCO is a 1v1, you know, strong at ones, but I don't see ones as being a strong play, the strong play style here. And this is not a great game so far. Again, if your team loses, this is a series that, well, it's going to go away from you guys very quickly. As again, reminder, after this game will be freeze. Here we go again. 2 minutes now on the clock. Still, again, that 1-goal difference. Plexi. Ooh, a fake on the flip reset. Dribble. Looking for the bump on Nixium. Couldn't get it. And now Typical challenged a bit early there. But it will stay wide. Nixium. Blocked by Typical as he almost committed a bit too aggressively there. Now Nixium. You need to get back, Typical. No boost.
Chase.
Gets a chip around him. Still has it. A flick. Oh my goodness. Typical. On almost no boost in the tank. Even that, just how good he is, can be a foot enough.
Yeah, I mean, knew exactly what they wanted to do, knew that the player would be forced over, you know, kind of crossing their face there, and knew that they could cut back. And really, I mean, there was an opportunity there, Nixium. Again, it just felt like that bounce wasn't going to have enough pace coming back. Plexi, oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Stop it.
Dear.
Holy, I mean, that's a mind game and a half there. You're thinking they could go up, instead they go back around. They force you to get back down to the ground to meet them, and they just quickly get their tires back underneath them, get a shot on target. Hey, this might be getting ugly here.
Yeah, it's like last game in a lot of ways. Just at the end of the game, it starts to get away from you guys, and we'll see if maybe your team can pull it back. Because again, I want to see Game 7. I want to see your team really do everything they can to get to that final game. Obviously lose that final game, because I want my team to win, but I do want to see a Game 7 here. I mean, who wouldn't want to see it? That's exciting. I do care a lot about excitement.
Shot on target. Flexi should be able to get back to that one. Instead, we'll take it down to the ground, and Bizo in a really tough spot. Flexi, you can see they wanted to go for the fake there. They didn't actually challenge that ball. They waited to see what would happen. Flexi wants to get back around that. Multiple flip resets, but I mean, made that one close. Made that something you'd think about. Nixium will send that towards target, but I mean, really, this is a really good pairing. I'm not sure if, how much Flexi and Typical have played together in twos, but it seems like they've been lifelong partners in this 2v2 scene, because they are playing so well together.
I mean, it's the classic saying that opposites attract. These players are pretty far from each other in playstyle. I mean, you're seeing Plexi, he's going for whatever mechanical thing he wants to go for. And Typical, you'll sit back and let him do that. And it just works so well, because both these players are so consistent at playing those roles. Game 2 will eventually come to its close here. Plexi still wants to get one more goal for the road. Bizo with a block there. Typical. Dunk by Bizo. It will be your team to get 1 goal back. Oh, no, it won't be. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. It's in. All right. If that didn't go in, I mean, there has to be some sort of otherworldly force against you here.
Yeah, that one. I think both players there on your side actually believed that one was going in. They kind of turned away and then realized, oh, we actually might have to save this. Both of them decided for the in and out, the squishy save, not going to be good enough. And they'll take maybe another one here for the road. It goes off the post, and they really won't need any extra help to win this game number 2. Sporty's team looking really solid, and Plexi and typical. I mean, that was a solid performance there. 10 shots on net for Plexi.
Yeah, Plexi, I mean, that's what Plexi does. His playstyle is definitely made to play 2s. As we'll go to 3s again here. Again, for continuing on this series. Again, it is a best of 7, so seriously, it is not over yet, Cobra. One game win can make a huge difference.
No, absolutely. Can make a huge difference for these squads, and they're probably going to need a little bit of something here going into what will be a ones game. But we'll see. We'll see how this is going to play out here, and what 3 squad they'll rock with here. Obviously, trying to see if Stitch is available or who is going.
Yeah, Stitch hasn't joined back in a little while. I'm hoping that he hasn't, like, had something come up where he can't play.
Right.
Because again, I would like to see Stitch play at some point. I know we both want to see Stitch play. You picked him for a reason. But
really
yeah, we haven't heard from Stitch ever since the start of game 1. He has. I hope he's okay. Oh, Stitch is back in. We might actually have Stitch play this series in this game. He is now finally joining in. As let's see who they play. Bizio's coming in, and it will be Bizio's Leopard, and I think would probably be Stitch. Although we might see Stitch in the 1v1. Who's going in? Wait a second. There we go. Stitch is in. Stitch is gonna play this 3v3. It's him, Leopard, Bizio against Plexi, Rival, and Typical. We've seen this roster play 3s before on my side, and it's now Cobra, your team making a change to see if they can combat what was game 1 that felt close at the beginning, but definitely didn't end that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just any little bit of momentum this squad can bring would be good. And it might be Stitch to bring that in. Obviously, donning the last pick, Larry, and unfortunately the last pick, but hoping to kind of prove that they maybe shouldn't have been the last pick. Maybe they should have been a little bit higher up in the picks for either one of our sides here. But right now, they definitely on the side that needs a little bit of a boost, and Leopard, shot from a distance, will go in and catch that rotation just a little bit aggressive here, and that's the second time. I mean, Bizio started off the scoring earlier in game number 1 with a very similar kind of play to that in the midfield, just on opening and just took a shot on net.
Yeah, sometimes the best thing to do is just to shoot, to see if the defender actually does have the ability to save it. And especially at a level like this, they don't expect that. They expect you to do something a little more creative. Sometimes it just means a shot from the midfield. It's Plexi. He'll give one right back. That's off the bar, but it will eventually go in. Plexi following up his own initial offense.
Rival needs to open up a delivery service, because that was just on the money. That pass across the midfield literally carried it exactly to Plexi. I mean, that was absolutely gorgeous, and Plexi basically just took a touch and was like, all right, I'm going to absolutely slam this home. Leopard, and they get this one through. Not enough, but you can see Bizio trying to cause a little bit of chaos in the net. Not working, as typical. Goes past a few, makes a good challenge, and now back to the middle of the field. Opportunity there for Rival, but deflected a little bit, but that still gets in front of the net, and right now it is all the squad in blue.
And Leopard, I mean, you don't blame him on missing that one. That's a tough touch to read. Yeah, the bounce off the corner can go any which way, outwards away from the nets. He took a guess, he missed it, and that's going to be a goal back here. A lead now for my side, and yeah, that's a really unfortunate play for Leopard, because you have to jump for that, but your chances of reading it are very slim. Oh, Bizio, wait a second. Second touch. Oh, Bizio! Down the entire length of the field!
Yeah, I gotta love that. I mean, right now, this midfield play seems to be the thing that's really opening up a little bit of space, and they have to score quick. It's not a build up, that slow burn kind of offense. I think they really have to take it in quick succession here. Leopard right down. Oh, tough read there for Stitch as they're trying to get back. Bizio, tough read here. Will at least hit that one away, and Plexi will be denied the goal. But how much longer here?
Ooh, that one was just going across net. And I was jumping on my seat thinking, oh, that might be the real weird chance here. As good touchdown field, Leopard. Going for the flick. Double commits between Plexi and typical rival. Backflip. We'll get to it. He's got this one. Leopard with the block. And Cobra, your team's got some possession. They're holding it well. The addition of Stitch in this game seems like he's made a bit of a difference for the side, whether it be mentality-based or whether it be the fact that he is here to play a little bit more control. It is, it's making a difference, although, to be fair, last game it started off this close. We'll have to see if Stitch can do this consistently.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really all about consistency, especially in a game mode here that really it's hard to build consistency going from one match to another. I mean, it's definitely very different vibes from each one, but we'll see how they'll be able to play this one. Plexi, a little bit of mustard over to the side, gets a foot reset, won't have enough time to use it. Stitch almost catches rival with a maybe a touch too heavy, but these players are really starting to, kind of learn and understand how everyone plays here. Interested to see how this one works out, but right now, 2-minute warning here in this game number 3.
And nearing the end of the game. And it's tied. Oh, wait, no, it's not going to be tied for long. Stitch has got an open net. Another overcommit, Cobra. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Plexi here. Didn't feel the need to challenge Stitch. He'll be paying for that lack of notice.
Well, honestly, I really don't blame Plexi all that much there. It's the rotation. 2 players. I think it's rival and typical rotating underneath the ball, kind of back towards that center line, and Plexi is wondering if they're actually going to take it and take that ball to the side wall. Instead, they actually don't get a touch and they leave it. And Plexi is kind of left there thinking, what just happened? Rival the shot, the angle, not quite, but that's a scary. Rivals put them in some really awkward positions here over and over and over again, and eventually one of them is going to break through again.
Well, you say that, and yet time is definitely starting to run out. 90 seconds, less than 90 seconds now, to make that comeback happen. Vizio, rival, challenged by Leopard, typical. He's just fired that one off the back wall, using as much power as he can. Now Plexi, straight towards the other team as Leopard will take it. But look at this, the ball right back for rival. Off the ceiling, Stitch will get the jump there, but Plexi shot by! That
No way!
Win! Plexi! An intelligent play! The shots couldn't have been placed much better.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You actually can't shoot that right. Stitch lands towards that right side. So you think to shoot right, to shoot where the players aren't, but they actually shoot behind the keeper. It's a really brave placement, but they had the confidence to take that shot. They have the confidence for this one. Do they follow it up? They can't quite do it, and that could have been the game right there.
Did the crossbar save that, or did Typical save that?
I think that was the crossbar. I don't think Typical got a touch on that.
I was going to say, if Typical saved that, that is the best save we've seen so far this series. And, man, what a play it has been. Is now getting into the final seconds. Match point on the line here for one of these teams. My side is at a exceptional series. There we go. Couldn't find the word. Exceptional series so far. Inside the final 30 seconds, it's really anybody's goal, anybody's game to win. Another high-scoring 3v3. Who wants it? Plexi, low boost, challenged by Bizio. Rival, I get the flick. Typical. Stitch challenges. Leopard. Rival's got that one into a lot of throwing challenges here. The ball is kept in the midfield for now. Typical. Maybe one more shot from my side. Typical. 50 on Leopard. That will bounce on the corner. Jumping is Plexi. Oh, that touch has gone behind. And this one will eventually hit the ground. We're going to overtime for the first time this series. And Cobra, your team really needs to score here.
Yeah, big kickoff here. A lot of confidence from this side. Oh my goodness, Typical gets past one. They're going all out here. Plexi near post, wants a double, doesn't get it. Rival, tough spot. They do go, and they will keep it around. That was a huge challenge.
Oh, but typical's miss. That's going to negate any pressure they had. Here comes Plexi to the midfield. Plexi, the one, the only. We know what he can do. And he'll look for the dunk, but it will be blocked away. Lepid's missed. Rival on Zevo boost. Rival's put in a lot of these really aggressive last player back challenges. It's kept the offense going, and he'll get them the goal to win from Plexi. Plexi has improved steadily over time, and this shot will be a perfect encapsulation of just his impact.
Plexi is a man on a mission, just getting it done exactly what he need, and that is 3. Listen, if this is for content, the comeback has to start now, right? Right?
Hey, the reverse sweep, maybe.
Yeah, could be there.
We'll see it again. A 1v1 coming up next. We'll see who these teams play again. Because they've all now played all their players, they can play whoever they want for this 1v1. Who do you think is going to be playing for your side, Cobra?
I would be surprised if it isn't Nixium or Bezo.
I was going to say, I think it would be Nixium, actually, who plays. I think he's the higher ranked player as well.
I think Nixium wants this action. And if they want to start the content journey, it has to be this game. Otherwise, the content is dead. It's done, dusted, buried, 6 feet under. But we'll see. There's a couple of, I think, competent ones players here, but we'll see who it is.
Yeah, we'll see who these teams want to play. They're still, I think, choosing.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a discussion here.
I mean, to be fair, there's so many good players here. There's so many players who do play once in this lobby. It's a tough decision. Well, Nixium's definitely playing.
Nixium.
Now, who does my side bring out? I feel like it might be Plexi.
It
is Plexi. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's Plexi. I was gonna say, I'm not surprised it's Plexi. I think he's the highest ranked 1v player. I will say, though, Plexi's playstyle is really strange. Because he's basically all in on solo plays. Like, that's his whole playstyle. It's just tons of solo plays. He goes for the most mechanical things he can. If Nixium plays smartly, he can definitely take down Plexi.
Well, I am very curious to see how this plays out, because I feel like Plexi, is on a high right now with how they're playing. But Nixium will get the first opportunity, a little bit of kind of driving around, maybe baiting an opportunity early. But I mean, Nixium, that's a clean opportunity. You gather it, you take control, and then you take your shot. I have a feeling this is gonna be really high scoring.
Yeah, this could be, again, if especially if Plexi can get himself on offense a little bit here. We'll definitely get some time. As I look at this from Nixium, he is in full control mode. Plexi is getting caught kind of guarding his own post a little bit more often than his net. It's such a minor thing, but at this level it matters. Oh dear, Plexi. Oh, most players know not to go for that one. Plexi got a bit too aggressive and a bit too challenge happy, going for a challenge when he was facing it towards his own net.
Yeah, again, it's just the angle that kind of betrays you there. Even if you get good contact, the path of least resistance ends up pointing directly back to your net. So it does not take much for you to lose that challenge and for that ball to head in a negative direction if you're the defender in that case. But, still plenty of time. And Plexi, I would not be surprised if Plexi decided to take this into an aerial kind of thing. I know it's typically not something you want if you're a ones player, but if you feel like you have that advantage, it's definitely something that you can take and use if you like.
Oh, Nixium just gonna fire this one off the back wall. Plexi gets that read, and Nixium jump forward. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Plexi. Oh, that was not a great second touch though, and that's gonna really slow him down. In fact, he's not even gonna get the ball at this point. Nixium still on it, but he is gonna be pushed off. Here comes Plexi, and here we go. Another solo play from Plexi. What is it? Stealing. Musty. That's in. That's gonna go in. Plexi in full control on that play.
Yeah, I mean, that one just got enough oomph on it to kind of push that one through. I think Nixium is kind of expecting that. I mean, you're either expecting them to go and shoot basically immediately off or try to get underneath the ball, flip reset. I think maybe they're expecting the latter, a little bit of that delay, and then immediately when they go to the Musty, there's almost already too much force for you to really be able to react at that range.
Yeah, Nixium missed the boost there. He's struggling. Get that offense considering his what a fake! Plexi jumped for it! Oh dear, Plexi had a whole lot of respect for Nixium, and that respect is what Nixium will exploit.
Yeah, I mean that one that was an accident, I swear. I mean, that is just to the near post. You're in a spot like that as a defender where it's like, yeah, you have to be so concerned And really, it's just all of the mind games there. How does Plexi get demoed?
How does Plexi get demoed there? Wait a second.
What in the world? It felt like Plexi had all the momentum, and Nixium basically just was almost in full park and somehow got the demolition off.
I don't know how that happened.
On that one, I have no idea
how did Nixium
that works.
My question is, how did Nixium get the supersonic from that position?
Yeah, maybe
there was
really
moves all that much.
A wave dash I didn't catch. I'm not quite sure, but that looked extremely odd, at least from my view. But that's another one. Plexi, it goes early. I think they're expecting maybe baiting out that shot. But Nixium is playing really well in the midfield. I think that's where a lot of these wins are coming from, and they're turning them into goals.
Now I'm surprised that your team didn't choose 1v1s, because Nixium is insane at ones. I mean, Plexi, I told you, his whole thing is solo plays, but he doesn't get solo plays in this game because Nixium's not letting him. And, I mean, this is the point for Plexi where you gotta make some adjustments. You know, again, we know he can do well in the air, but he's not getting a lot of those chances. He needs to be careful on the ones that he does get here, because Nixium is extremely solid, and what I want to see Plexi do is really try to make this a boost game. If he can win boost over Nixium, that could potentially really change the series, although unfortunately for him, he has not done that. As now another one for Nixium. That's in the back of the net, halfway through, and it really does seem like this is all Nixium all game long. And even for Plexi, even though we're halfway through, it does feel like this game might be a bit of a lost hope here from my side.
Yeah, I think Nixium has a pace, and right now they're controlling it, and it's just the pace, the traveling from canister to canister. And I think they're also doing enough on their sides and really dissuade stuff. Plexi, I mean, a get-back goal, if anything, off the kickoff. I think, if I remember correctly, Nixium tried to do kind of that cheeky thing again where they do a little bit of delay, get there, they stop, and they just jump. They got caught that time, so that trick might not work as much anymore. And these mind games on the kickoff, so interesting to actually watch two high-level players play out.
Here comes another challenge. Plexi will try to take that one too. It will go to the side wall. And Plexi in some uncharacteristic control for a game where Nixium has been really just putting the pedal to the metal. That's a great touch from Plexi. That is open. That will be goal 3. Plexi starting to build some momentum. I mean, we saw Nixium had all this control, but when Plexi gets it, he's making Nixium really move forward again. He's making this a speed-based game. When he's on offense, Nixium's not going to be able to outpace him.
Yeah, I think it's that recognition from Plexi that first opportunity really wasn't there for him. Like, had the control, but knew the goal was covered. The shot wide, and they're not waiting for that shot to hit off the post or go in. They're actually following that one all the way to the corner, knowing that I need to get to that boost opportunity here. They're going to go for the air dribble bump, I believe. And
wait a second.
Wait, did Plexi get
demoed
again in that?
He got demoed
I mean,
again.
It doesn't matter. Like, they get the goal, so the air dribble bump works out kind of how they want. How in the world does he get demoed there? I mean, this game's
whack, Cobra. This game is absolute whack. How in the world? It's a wacky move.
Well, that's the second time where Plexi has gotten demoed in a position where I think they should be the one that is really
gets the demo
punishment. Yeah, that. I mean, again, it works. I feel like it would have been an absolute atrocity if they didn't get the demo and it didn't work, but a little bit of room here. That's actually going to go right in. And hold on, Sporty. I mean, we were just talking about this like this was all over, but Plexi has brought this back.
That's a 4-goal swing from Plexi.
Yeah.
4 goals unanswered. Nixium had an open net though in that chance. He should have scored there. That's why he isn't back at net. He went all in on that open shot because of course you would. It's an open net. And it's an uncharacteristic miss for the player who's been dominating this first half of the game. Now in the second half, he's got to find a way to kind of pull himself back here because Plexi is definitely getting him a run for his money. Here comes Nixium, the dribble, the backflip. That's a great shot from Nixium. Plexi was waiting, but he'll be waiting forever there because Nixium will absolutely dice him up.
Yeah, I honestly thought Nixium maybe overcooked this one a little bit. They had the speed. I think they could have just dribbled this straight in the net and they wouldn't have it. They cut back and really threw a change up at Plexi. Again, that delay, it's not going to work as well here. I think Plexi is going to be used to it, but now into the air. Plexi feeling really comfortable. Flip acquired. They're going to try and get back to it. Couldn't quite do so, and now not a lot of boosts. Nixium should just be able to send that one in and a quick 2-goal response.
That's one of the issues with Plexi's style. He's so solo play focused that he doesn't know when the solo play isn't a good option. So often he goes on solo plays when his opponents have just got to defense. And if you know anything about ones, that's not a good plan. You don't usually go for solo plays there because you know they're going to have full boost. They're going to make a challenge. And for Nixium, he's shown that he can stop those solo efforts from Plexi. And it's really going to be a test of Plexi if he can maybe try to hold himself back, because while his solo plays are his best attribute, sometimes doing a little less is better. And against Nixium, that might be a good motto here, as here he goes again. That one flick, Nixium will have to get the block, Plexi. Oh, that's an incredible touch from Plexi. My goodness, he'll put it on, but that should be turned the other way by Nixium, because Plexi did overcommit there.
Yeah, I think this game is really going to be about learning how to play when you have a boost advantage. I think that's really all this is about, in learning when you can put a little bit more when you put your opponent in a a boost deficit, when you force them to make a save and they haven't quite gotten their canister, they haven't quite gotten back into position. That's when some of those plays work, and I think sometimes we're seeing these plays work where they've gotten their opponent in awkward positions because it's either the second opportunity or how does he get enough on that to put that to the side. My goodness, that is an incredible shot off the flip reset.
And again, he's doing this when his opponent has full boost. Plexi is fully aware that if he doesn't score that, Nixium is, and this game would be over. And yet he still goes for it. Plexi's playstyle it's a unique one, to say the very least. So focused on just getting to that ball to the air. Now he's demoed. 3 seconds left to spawn, but I don't know if Nixium's gonna have time. Oh, he won't.
Wow.
Plexi spawns on the right side of the field. And this one will continue. Will we go to OT? Wait a second. Plexi playing the dribble game. Looking to keep it up. Nixium's not back. Nixium's gonna score. Nixium's gonna end it. My team has somehow done it here. Game 4 on 0 seconds. Plexi will secure the 4-0 sweep.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. That is... Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat right now.
Oh, we noticed.
That is... I mean, if the RNG gods decide where you spawn there, that was the only spot he could have spawned in order to end that that game there. That is absolutely incredible. And again, the awareness and the full calm collected to keep that on top of your car. There's nothing you could do in that situation, honestly, because if you're Nixium in that case, you have to drive away. You have to realize that opportunity after that first challenge, it's not there. You play for overtime, but it said overextended the welcome, overextended that little bit, and it's a quick 4-0 here.
As again, a 4-0 sweep. What a matchup. And do you know, Cobra? I'm going to make you tweet something again, I guess. You know what? I feel bad. You know what? I feel bad, and it's not as entertaining. I'm going to have you... You know what? I'll have you tell me what I should... I'll say. How about that? You know what? You know what? I'll have you tell me, because you know what? I feel bad. I don't want to make you say another funny thing, another bad thing, and ruin your career even more. So I'll say something.
Well, listen, I will do this, and I think that the tweet will be about me, but I think it'll be disparaging, and I think it'll be about how I apparently
Cobra's gonna make me say something bad anyways. He's like, no, Cobra, this is you have the chance to make me say anything, and you're like, you know what? No, I'm gonna make sure that he says something bad about me because you know what? I lost, and I deserve to lose, or something like that. I don't know. You're still going against yourself. It's just self-deprecation here from Cobra.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just really quickly reading over the tweet that I have to send, which I am waiting for the go.
Yeah, as soon as you tell me what to send, we'll send it at the same time. How about that? And then I'll get screenshots of it. I'll get screenshots of everything, don't worry. And put it on stream so that you all can see it. Don't worry. Again, don't reveal what you have to send. I want people in chat to look for it themselves. But again, if you guys want to see Cobra_cast, and if you want to see me, Sporty FC RL, here on Twitch, sorry, on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. Again, Cobra, I know you're thinking long and hard about what to play, but while it's happening, quick advertisement reminder: tomorrow we have the Ultimate Cup starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be streaming it. Cobra will be streaming it. I think actually we'll be joining together for the semifinals. Actually, we will be.
Yeah, I think we will as
joining
well.
in the semifinals for that one. So that'll be 4 rounds of fun action to get our winner of the $75 prize. Well, then the day after, 7 p.m. Eastern start time for the Pinnacle Cup. 3 rounds of action. And again, $75 up for grabs. Again, guys, that's going to be an insane match tomorrow. I will be So excited to see it. That does remind me, I need to make sure I message the teams in this bracket to let them know that when their matches are, because they know when it is, but we got to make sure that they're all ready for it, because that's a big series. And it's a big match. There's a lot of best of sevens tomorrow.
Absolutely. And right now we're getting a little bit of a bonus match. I'm hearing the explosions happening as I'm still in the lobby.
Yes, someone's
Plexi
having fun.
Tipco are playing a quick friendly, currently 1-1, right now. But I gotta formulate this tweet.
Yeah, I know. You gotta really think about it, Cobra. Gotta think about it, or maybe just not think. Maybe just turn that whole brain off. Maybe that will work instead. That's what I did. I didn't think too hard. But again, I'll do it because I feel bad, and also because it's funnier. I think if we both say something, rather than if you have to say something twice. I don't know if you're gonna agree with me on that, Cobra, or not, but I'm sure you won't complain that you get to embarrass me for once. So again, everybody show support to Cobra. Cobra521 on Twitch. He streams all the time. One of the hardest working people in the scene when it comes to caster commentary, production talents. So again, excited to have you join me. You always join me for these kind of fun little nights, and hey, I think this is a really fun intro to the Black Lotus Fall Open. Again, sponsored by the Black Lotus Tattoo Salon. Go show them support. Yeah, this will be fun. This will be a fun night again. What a night of action. I wish that second was a little bit longer, but man, Cobra, and I might either just really good at picking, or I'm just like, or I don't know. I must just be really good at picking then.
Yeah, I think that might be it. I think
I beat 50 as well in this kind of a situation, and I beat him with his own players on 100x35.
yeah,
So
that is absolutely incredible. I sent you what I want you to tweet. I think that's very fair and very funny.
great, I love that. That's amazing. That's hilarious. Is there anything else you want me to add to
I
that, or that's just it?
I think that should be good. I think it's underneath the amount of characters needed.
Oh yeah, easily it is.
Yeah,
It's like 2/3 the amount of
easily.
characters.
And I'm fine with that because that is a little bit of a nod to like, all right, like I was losing that, so I'm not gonna make you say anything to
No, you can make me say
towards
whatever you want. I don't mind.
yeah.
I don't mind.
I think that one's funny.
All right, you
I am
ready?
okay with that. Yep, I am ready.
3, 2, 1. Sent, and you cannot delete it. So this is gonna be interesting.
I am not deleting it. I'm just very worried. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, I forgot you pinged me, so actually I can in the tweet, so I
Yep.
can actually know. Let me make sure I get those screenshots. Again, we'll make sure we put these on screen. Don't worry, Cobra. I'll let you message about it later tonight. How about that?
Yeah.
Again, you guys will know what I'm talking about. I'm happy I thought of what I did because it took like all my brain cells to do that. So.
Yep. So everyone knows. Everyone waiting for the tweet. I'm waiting for all the DMs. Like, what happened?
Yo, this is very strange. This is very out of the blue. What happened?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's
What a
very
night
good,
it is.
though.
As again, we'll recap our action night. That game, we started with the game 7 in that orc owner 3v3, and obviously where you have ended with a 4-0 sweep here in the I guess the All-Star match is what you would call it, the All-Star matchup with all the actual players here. Let me quickly go to this screen, and who do you think I should show first, mine or yours?
You can show mine. I think they've been waiting long enough here.
Okay, one sec. I'm gonna make sure I get both our tweets up on my next screen, and well, we can talk about that. How about that? That'll be interesting. We can talk about it. It's
yeah.
I do feel a little bad about it, but like not too bad. It is funny.
But here's the thing: it's very good though. Like I can't be mad because it's very good.
There you go. Let's go to my display screen. You want to talk about this tweet?
I yeah, so I'm retiring, guys. Obviously my casting is not my picking of teams is better than my casting apparently. And so I'm taking some time away, retiring. I'm putting down the microphone, realizing Sporty's much better at the job, and he deserves worship, truly.
I love that. That again. I love that tweet. That's hilarious to me, at least. It's great. One of the first things I thought of when I was like, "What's a really funny tweet that I could have him say?" Let's have him say a really bad retirement tweet. Let's have him like a really terrible retirement tweet.
Not even a tweet longer for that. Just like one tweet, all the characters. this.
It's just an alright,
And
I'm gone.
yeah, I'm gone later. That's honestly when I go out. That's how I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be like,
Just one tweet, that's
sorry,
it. That's
one
it, whenever.
tweet. That's it.
Just,
And then
you're
I'll
just on your deathbed and you go, alright, see everybody.
yeah later. All
So,
all I need truly.
uh, amazing. As,
Right.
again, we'll go to my tweet here, why not? There we go.
Yeah, and then after that, I do have to go. I'm gonna do
Ironically, ironically, they're both like, ironically, this one's saying that you're still sticking around. It's, I know
yeah.
ATS has definitely caught wind of this. This is amazing. I love this night. Again, it's been a great night. So again,
It is.
but yeah, don't worry, Cobra. You're just, you came out of retirement. Now you're just learning.
Yeah. Now I'm
In
just
so long.
learning, doing stuff.
All right then. Again, that was it for tonight. Again, a little bit of fun at the end here, but again, thank you so much for joining, Cobra. Before we end, we'll have a little shout outs. Is there anything you want to say? Anything? I know you have a lot of socials, a lot of people, I'm sure, that are you're watching you. Is there anything you want to say to kind of end off this stream? Because I know that's again, I know this night is over. Those are our 2 matches, but I know again, there's probably a lot of things you'd love to say.
Right now it is. Thanks for everybody that was able to stick around, able to watch. It's some really good talent all the way. Thanks for having me be a part of it.
Well, again, thank you so much for joining. Everybody, support Cobra Warrior 521 on Twitch, Cobra Cast on Twitter/X. He will not be retiring after all. And again, make sure you book him for your matches. They're both amazing. Again, thank you all so much for joining, Cobra. Make sure to tell everybody to have a great night.
All right. See you later, guys. I gotta head out because I immediately gotta start scrimming.
All right, again, thank you for the sub 50. And again, thank you all so much for joining. Take care. We'll see you all again tomorrow for Black Lotus Fall Open.